Hello, everyone. I think we are live. So, let us begin. I'm just coming off I had a stream about 10 hours ago, or it started 10 hours ago, and now I'm doing another one because of time zones and stuff. I wanted to do another stream for people for whom the previous stream was inopportune because of time zones and times and stuff. Hello, Number 4. You're still here. I'm glad to see you again. Glad to see you with us. Hello, Krell Metal. Okay, I'm guessing that I am audible and that the flickering DOS prompt, the genesis of all good things in the world, is visible on your computer screens or telephone screens or whatever device you might be using. So let's get started. So just as last time, I don't have any plan. Like I didn't prepare anything, didn't plan anything. Just kind of do this on the spur of the moment, just like last time. If anybody wants to suggest a game, please feel free to suggest any game you'd like to see. I'll just go ahead and play it. Hello, K-Panic. Good to see you here. Welcome to the stream. So I'll repeat a couple of things that I said in the last stream. When I originally announced these series, I said I was going to focus on shovelware because Jim and I had finished his Shovelware Diggers series. I'm backtracking on that just a bit because it's become apparent that, first of all, people are more interested in, I guess, more general DOS games, but also it's a little bit difficult to categorize what's shovelware because shovelware is technically anything that was shoveled onto a CD at some point, like a compilation CD back in the day. But that could be anything. I mean, there are lots of games which may or may not have been included as shovelware. So rather than specifically limiting us to shovelware, I'm kind of opening up to just more general kind of obscure DOS games in general. So please no requests to play Doom or Monkey Island or something like that, but I'm very open to pretty much any suggestion of, and it doesn't have to be DOS games. I mean, historically, I've tended to focus on DOS games on my YouTube channel, but there's certainly no requirement that it has to be a DOS game. I've done, several Apple II games, a handful of Commodore 64 games. I think I once did an Atari ST game on a previous stream. So I'm open to any kind of. For me, it's all about exploration. I just want to explore things and kind of open up our horizons to new possibilities. So let's see where we end up. And probably what I'll say is kind of a fairly standard disclaimer for in these streams. If you're just watching the stream just after it finished, the YouTube chat is enabled, but for some reason YouTube has problems with showing the chat right after the stream is finished. So if you're watching this video right after the end of the stream, then you probably won't see the chat yet. So wait for some reason it takes like 24 hours. I don't know why YouTube can prepare the video almost immediately, but getting just like text chat next to the video takes like 24 hours to do. I have no idea why YouTube needs that long. But yeah, that's the way it is, and that's life. Okay. Solar Winds, Orion Odyssey, both great suggestions. Great suggestions, great games. Well, Solar Winds is a great game with high production values. Orion Odyssey is a great game because of how bad it is. It's like a great cheesy game. Turbo Speedway, okay, that's a new one for me. That is not a game I recognize. Okay, we've already got 3 suggestions, so let's get on it. Do I have Solar Winds on this computer machine? Let me check if I have Solar Winds here. If I don't, should be pretty easy to get because it is shareware. I think I do have it here. It looks like I think I has it. I think I has Solar Winds. Let's check it out. Solar W1s. That sounds like Solar Winds, doesn't it? Yeah, I've got a file ID, diz. Let's check what's in there. Yes, Solar Winds. It is a hot thriller. Ooh, I like hot thrillers. Okay, let's see. What do we run here? Solar 1. Cool. Let's run Solar 1 and just checking, make sure that, yeah, okay. We're all set. Let's get started. Epic Mega Games and Stone Interactive Media presents Solar Winds, copyright 1992, The Escape. So yeah, The Escape is episode 1, and there's a second episode called, what is it called? I don't remember. It's called something else, obviously, but this is the shareware episode. Yeah, I never get far in Orion Odyssey either. It, it has a very interesting sort of control scheme. Like it's definitely a very unique and special game. I like it because it's so unique. I love unique games like that, but it's definitely its controls make it nearly unplayable. Actually, now that I think about it, that's a game that would respond very well to save states. I should try that. I should try Orion Odyssey and something like DOSBox Down, which lets you do save states. That would actually be a really good idea. I don't know if it would be much fun to watch in a stream or in a video, but to do it yourself would actually be pretty cool. Okay, concurrent fusion. So music. Oh, sorry. This is mouse for some reason. So, okay, the next one is musical score, but the first one is mouse. So mouse is on, good. Music is on, Sound Blaster is on, keyboard, that is fine. Press enter to accept. Oh, yeah. Oh, this music is great. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. I would normally read that text, but I'm just jamming to the music, and I don't want to talk about this music because the music is so good. Okay, it became less good. I'll read out the conversation. That depends on who you are and what you want. Who I am is not important right now. If you're who I think you are, I have a job proposal for you. I will not speak of the details over a long-range communication channel. There are many who are listening in. We must meet in sector -31-1. It is not too far from where you are.
I will be there.
Oh man, I love Epic's music. They always had a very... Oh yeah, and here at the beginning, I'm gonna... I don't know if I'm just being overly sensitive about this, but I'm gonna just caution people. So right at the beginning here, you talk to the alien in the ship. There's this ship that just uncloaked next to us. I'm gonna talk to him. His face is a little freaky. It freaked me out as a kid, and I don't know if anybody else. Probably I'm more sensitive to such, or I was when I was a kid. Probably things like this freak me out because I remember them from my childhood, and when I was a kid, it freaked me out. Maybe now it's just looking back and it's just like, come on, this is nothing. But just in case anybody is sensitive to such things, trigger warning. It's not really like extremely horrible. It's just something a little bit like, Okay, press C to communicate. Gah! The rumors are to be believed. The ugliness of you puny beings is more than repulsive. I needed to see for myself before leaving the system what your race looks like. Now I know. You are disgusting. So, we can ask, who are you? We can ask, why are you here? But really, this is the best comeback line in all of human history. When somebody says something like that to you, what do you tell them? You say, you are more ugly, and they will just be blown away by your laser sharp wit. Actually, razor sharp wit. A laser is not sharp. A laser can cut things, but I don't think it counts as sharp. It's bright. You are sharp like a razor and bright like a laser. But let's be polite and let's be diplomatic and ask, who are you? I am Commander Gimlak of the 4th Squadron on Lys. My people are from the solar system you have named Rygian, or Rygian. As far as I know, this is the very first visual contact your people have ever had with us and live to tell about it. Alright. So why are you letting me live? If you're saying that humans don't survive encounters with your race, then why are you letting me live? You will live because I do not want to draw too much attention to myself here at this time. You alone are no challenge to this vessel, but 20 or 30 of you may pose a threat. After this discussion, I will cloak and you will never see me again in this solar system. Okay, why are you here, pal? I am here to analyze the technology of your people and determine if your species could present a challenge in a war. I have traveled your system for days using a cloaking device to avoid detection. There is only one other nearby solar system. It has only one planet found in sector that. There is minimal life there and is thus unworthy of our investigations. That is why we focused on your people. Okay. Why are you telling me this? Other than because, obviously because it's plot exposition, but I feel free to tell you this because the technology of your people is no threat to us. To declare war on your system would result in the destruction of your species. With the uprising of rebel forces in your system to attack and harass the government, there is no chance of your people even organizing a significant attack on us in the next century. Will you declare war? That is not for me to say. Don't worry about it, though. It will be quick and painless. We are not a cruel race. Well, that makes me feel better. It's always comforting when people tell you, well, yeah, you'll die, but your death will be painless. So, okay. What rebels are you talking about, sir? What? Must I tell you of the unrest in your own solar system? In my detailed survey of your system, I discovered a large number of people have risen up against your government. The reasons for the uprising has something to do with rumors of government attacks on civilians. The rebels organize attacks on government installations and are causing a great deal of confusion. It has now come to the point where even non-government ships are being attacked. Okay. Do we call him ugly or end the communication? Since we're never going to see him or talk to him again, let's just go ahead and tell him, sir, you are also not especially attractive. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, you are not a 10, sir. Sorry to break it to you. More than what I see on my screen? That is very difficult to accept. You are a vision of such repulsion that I will terrify my children and grandchildren for decades with fireside stories of the hideous beings from the stars. Okay, sir, you do that. You tell your grandchildren great stories. Bye. That's it. I don't think we'll ever see him again. Okay, this is Solar Winds. So, gosh, that... Good golly, that music is loud. Let me know if it's too quiet. I'm going to turn that down just a smidgen. I actually am not sure. I literally can't make it quieter than it is in my ears. Like, I literally have it turned down to the minimum. I can't make it quieter without turning it off altogether. But let me know if it's too loud or too quiet on the stream. I turned it down I turned down the game audio in OBS, but it might be I don't know if it's too quiet now. Okay, so this is Solar Winds. Superficially, it resembles a lot of other space games, like I don't know, Star Control, for example, is probably the most obvious example that comes to mind. It seems fairly simple. You have kind of a you've got a mini map in the upper right. And you have coordinates, so like you can see the coordinates will slowly change as you go through space. Right now that minus 18 is going up because I'm going to the right, so that's the x coordinate and increases as you go to the right. And you can get a larger map if you... hold on, how do you get the larger map? Let's see... Here I can load save... quit and get ordering information, but where's the, hold on. What are the controls here? Here we go. Control panel. Okay, using keyboard, mouse, or joystick. How's this? So, okay, I don't think this is what I need. Yeah, it's also not what I need. Come on, I need, how do I get the full map? There's like a larger map that you can get, and I'm not remembering how we get it now because... Oh wait, is it like... Hold on. Is it like... Oh, here we go. That's how... Okay. Z and X zoom in and out. So if you... So this is all the way zoomed in. This is zoomed in as far as it goes. And this is zoomed out a little more so you can see there are, planets in our... mid's not too far away, and then this will show you like entire solar systems. Okay, cool. So what do we do? Hold on, if I press M, okay, here we go. M shows us our missions. That's good, because I kind of forgot what we're supposed to be doing. So I go to sector minus 31-1. Okay, so that's mostly to, okay, let's go to the left. That's mostly going to the left then. Whoops. Watch it with the mouse there, because the mouse will also steer us around. Oh, and control shoots a missile. Okay. I pressed control because I wanted to get out of DOSBox for a second. Wanted to well, let me move the DOSBox window there just a little bit so I can see the stream window better. I don't think that Jake Stone is related to Blake Stone, but it may very well be the case that the name is meant to be a reference to Blake Stone. Blake Stone was a good game, by the way. Blake Stone is a really good game. I don't think I ever played it. I don't know why people don't like Blake Stone. It seems like it's not very popular, but I always felt like it was a superior alternative to Wolfenstein. So that red dot that we're approaching is probably this Emmer Kane guy whom we're supposed to meet. There you are. So press C to communicate. Greetings, Bounty Hunter. I have heard so much about you, and that is the reason I wish to speak to you today. I have a small job which requires a man such as you. Are you interested? So, yes, I'm interested. I'm not at all interested. A man such as me? Why hire me? Let's just... What does he mean by a man such as me? I mean, is he coming on to us? You know what I mean. A man of strength and skill. Someone who's not too squeamish about using a little force in certain circumstances, you know what I mean. That does not sound any less like he's coming on to us, actually. When you think about it, that still kind of sounds like he's attempting to, Okay, you can say, what do you mean? Okay, let's just say, what do you mean, sir? What diameter dilation are we talking about here? Do I have to spell it out for you? An assassin! I mean that if it comes down to it, you must dispose of the man I seek. Okay, alright, let's get down to business. Yes, I'm interested. What do you want? I think if you say no, the game just ends. I think if you just say no, like that's it. The game just that's a soft lock. You can't go farther in the game after that. So don't do that. Excellent. The job consists of collecting an escaped criminal. This man is extremely dangerous and will stop at nothing to escape the law. You will find him in your sector -6, -7. You will be paid when the fugitive is returned to me, or I've proved that he has been destroyed. Your payment will be an E-band converter, which directs the energy of E particles into your ship's reactor core. What order serves the E particles is a reactor explosion. Okay. So wait, you're gonna pay me in an E-band converter, sir? I mean, it's nice of you to offer a gadget, but I'd like money, you know, cash money, hard currency. That's usually how assassins are paid, sir. More pay? An E-band converter is one of the rarest and most valuable devices in the solar system. I will not offer more than this. I think, this game doesn't actually have money. Am I wrong about that? I don't think this game actually has anything like any kind of money, any economy. So no, you don't actually, you can't get money in this game. Or can you? I don't remember. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Why hire me? I've heard you are the best. I need the best for this job. I can afford no mistakes on this mission, and I expect no mistakes from you. Well, I am the only protagonist in this game, so I guess in that sense, yeah, I'm the best in this game world. So yeah, okay, I accept the mission. I'm pleased to hear that. I expect to see you soon. Okay. Thanks, boss. Alright. Where are we going? -6, -7. Alright. Alright, we can do that. I don't think this game has autopilot. It might be sensible to have some kind of autopilot function so you don't have to manually turn around and navigate with the map there, but you know, it's not that bad. Like, it's not that onerous to navigate here. So those red dots are probably enemy ships that will attack me if I get close to them, so I'm going to try to avoid them. And yeah, these white things are asteroids, but I don't think the asteroids hurt us. Let me see. Yeah, you just pass harmlessly through the asteroids. It's not like Wing Commander where you have to keep painstakingly navigating that asteroid belt. It actually... Okay, hold on. We're getting close now, so -6, -7. It's probably that red dot that I'm approaching there. You know what? I think this might be a good point to save the game, because I seem to recall that... there was some intrigue that starts up when we contact this ship that we're supposed to... So we could just blow this guy up. He doesn't even attack us. In fact, I'm not sure he's armed. Okay, can I just see for communicate? Yes, I can. Wait! Wait! Don't shoot! Please hear me out! I need to speak with you. That should be H-E-A-R, not H-E-R-E, sir. Okay, I can say you must come with me. I can say I will listen. I mean, I can say I've heard you will lie, but does it really help to accuse a liar of lying? If a liar says, no, I'm not lying, does that make his lies any more believable or any more useful? What does he say? Does he have proof? I'm assuming he's going to say something contrary to what that bearded guy just told us. So, does this guy have any proof of what he's claiming? Or what he's about to claim? I will not lie to you, but I have no proof to back up what I say. If you will not listen to me, I will be forced to fight since I will not surrender. Still, I beg of you to listen to my offer. You cannot lose by listening. Okay, I will listen. I begin by telling you that I'm not a criminal, as I'm sure you've been told. I'm a scientist, and I need to return to Titus. I cannot tell you why, but I can make it worth your while and allow you to satisfy Cain at the same time. How do you know Cain? Emmer Cain works for the government and is not to be trusted. He wants me dead for political reasons which I'm not allowed to tell you at this time. I must survive and get to Titus. I have a plan that will benefit you and me. Now, I don't remember the details of this game that well. I played this game several years ago, but I'm pretty sure that this guy is in fact telling the truth. And if you kill him, if you kill this guy, you can do that and you can go back to Cain, and Cain will give you that E-band converter thing he was talking about. But I think that's also the end of the game. I think, once again, that will be, like, you can successfully complete the mission, but that's it. That soft locks the game because you can't go on beyond that. So I'm going to assume that this guy's telling the truth because I believe that that is in fact the case. I believe that's how the game goes. So let's go ahead and give him the benefit of the doubt for now, because that's how I remember it in my memory. But, you know, as time goes by, your memories become inaccurate, so maybe I'm remembering that wrong. Well, let's see what he says. What do you offer? I can offer you only the location of people who need the services of somebody like you. I have no other valuables to give you. All right, what's the plan? Yeah, Zentara, it's... so for those of you who didn't see it, on the stream about 10 hours ago, a few people came in and were being a little bit disruptive. Now, I'm normally very tolerant of people's behavior. I actually... Let me talk about this, because this was actually this is kind of funny. I'll just relate something, because this has kind of been on my mind for a couple of days now. So... In the previous stream, which I said was like earlier, just a few hours ago, there were a few people here who were just talking about different things and, you know, making various sexual references. And I usually don't mind stuff like that. Like, I'm not bothered by it at all. But I was wondering if it was really appropriate. Like, I'm trying to think of the folks who are watching, and I'm trying to kind of watch the tone, because I don't want anybody here to be uncomfortable. And it's weird that this happened now, because literally just yesterday, there's a group that I'm in. I'm in a lot of groups on, you know, chat. I'm in a lot of chat rooms and groups on places like Discord and Telegram and places like that. And just yesterday, I was made an admin of one of those groups, which is literally like probably the biggest drama factory I've ever seen in my life. It is just nonstop drama 24/7. And I don't know why I was made an admin, probably because I'm neutral, probably because I don't get into these fights, and people thought, hey, this guy is kind of a neutral third party who doesn't get involved. Let's make him an admin so he can be like an arbiter of these disputes. But the problem is now people keep telling me, hey, admin, this person insulted me, won't you ban them? And I'm reluctant to do that, because the reason why people go to this group specifically is because of the drama. The reason why people go there is because it's like this total cage fight atmosphere, and that's what people like. People go there because they like to see this drama. So I told the person, I'm sorry that you've been insulted. I understand that you've been insulted. I would advise you to leave, because if I banned everybody here who was abusive and rude, I would literally be banning like pretty much all the people who talk here. So it's something that's kind of been weighing on my mind a bit, because I don't like to see people abused and mistreated, but at the same time, I didn't want to just ban everyone who was doing it, because I would literally be banning like most of the people in the group, which would defeat the purpose of the group. So it's kind of the same thing here. It's like, I'm very much in favor of freedom of speech. I don't like to censor people. I don't like to restrict things that people do. I want people here to be comfortable. I don't want people here to be made uncomfortable. And the stuff that people were saying in the stream earlier, it wasn't even that bad. Like, I'm an internet person. I have seen like I've seen like the worst kinds of things that exist on the internet, all kinds of like horrible, I don't even want to talk about it. I've seen a lot. So I don't get fazed easily. And the things that people were saying in my stream, it wasn't like, they weren't even saying anything that bad. They were just talking about like how they were like jerking off, like they were masturbating. If you want to masturbate while you watch my videos, go ahead. It's, they're your genitals. You can do what you want with them. But you don't need to constantly talk in the chat about what you're doing with your genitals. Then it kind of got to the point where I thought, okay, this is just, it's making people uncomfortable. So I ended up silencing a few people, which I've never done before in my life. I've never had to do that on a stream before. That's the first time I've ever had to do something like that. So I'm very anti-censorship. I really don't like to mute people, but it kind of reaches a point where, I want people to feel comfortable. I want people to not feel like I don't want people to feel awkward or disturbed. So hopefully it won't happen again. Anyway, sorry, got off in a bit of a rant there. I was just a little, I was just kind of wondering because I've never had that happen. I don't want people to pick me. Like, I'm not a big streamer. I'm not like a very high visibility target. So I don't know why people would specifically pick me to troll like that. But I don't know. Kind of weird. Anyway, sorry. Let's get back to the game. So this guy's saying he can offer location people who need the services and like you have no other valuables to give you. Okay, what is the plan? If you transport me to Titus, a moon of Megalus in Sector 1413, I'll get the locations of people who need your services. I will also set my controls to autopilot after I'm on your ship, and you can destroy the vessel. Kane will hopefully believe I am dead, and you can collect your fee. Will you agree to this plan? Again, you can blow up this guy, like you can kill this guy and go back to Kane, and Kane will give you your payment, but then that's it. I think that's the end of the game. I think you can't advance the plot after that. So let's go ahead and play along. Sure, I'll accept. Excellent. I'll transport to your ship immediately. Transport me to the surface of Titus in Sector 1413. I'll give you the names of your controls or your contacts when we're at Titus. My ship is set for autopilot. It is up to you now. Okay. Whoa. So, Alt fires. Control shoots missiles, and Alt fires this gun. There we go. Okay. I was not expecting that. That was suddenly. Okay. That was a little sudden, but okay. Alright, cool. Yeah, I don't think they were bots. Or maybe they were bots. They could have been, but who knows. Yeah, Xantara, I'm sorry. I'm a horrible person. Like, I know that I seem like a very nice and friendly person on YouTube, and I think I am. Like, I don't think I'm unfriendly, but I do hang out in some circles that are very, oh, here we go. Here we've got some of these enemy ships that are shooting at us. We can just avoid them. We can just run away from them. We don't have to fight them. Yeah, I'm a very curious person, and so I am on a lot of places where stuff like I said, I don't even like to talk about it, but it's like a train wreck. You just kind of can't look away. Your curiosity gets the better of you, and you just kind of feel the need to witness the train wreck as it's happening. That's just kind of, perhaps that is my curse. So this is. Oh, wait. Do I want to go to Kane, or do I want to take this guy to Titus? Okay, but no, Kane doesn't know that Scientist is on my ship, so hopefully I can just go to him and get my payment. And, okay, let's see, is he gonna accuse me of betraying him, or is he gonna play along? Is he... Greetings once again. Is the deed done? Okay, I can actually tell him I have him on my ship. I think that would not end well. Okay, let's just say I destroyed the ship. Yes! Yes! I detected the destruction of the ship. I am pleased. I give you the E-band converter's payment. I hope to do business with you again in the future. Goodbye, bounty hunter. Okay, bye. Yeah, on the one hand, I feel a bit bad about double-crossing that guy because I basically lied to him. And took his payment for a job that I didn't actually complete. But that's how the game goes. SolarWinds ain't no place for people with a moral compass. Okay, so we're going to 1413. Okay, so we're already at 13Y coordinates. We're going to fly directly to the right until we get there. Hello, M. Sintal. Yes. Huzzah! And hello, Daffers. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. We are playing SolarWinds, which is not an obscure game. Not at all. I mean, it's by Epic Mega Games, so it's by one of the biggest names in shareware games back in the day. But it is definitely a game that would have been on many shovelware compilations, so it kind of does fit with the whole shovelware goal. Was the sequel really that forgettable? You know, it's weird. Like, I have mixed feelings about this game. On the one hand, the game is very simple, and like there's not much to it. But on the other hand, it's just fun to play. So, you know, it's like a game doesn't have to be super sophisticated and complex to be enjoyable. It's a very simple game, but it's just fun. I enjoy it. Okay, this is where we need to be, right? Yeah. Do I communicate? No response on any channel? What? Hold on, what? I'm going to assume that that guy on my ship probably... Did he just teleport to this planet or something? I can't communicate. Okay, yeah, this is Titus. Am I done here? I mean, I guess I can... I don't think I can investigate that planet in Sector -1000. I think we're not meant to go there yet. You could probably theoretically just manually fly that far, but I don't think you're meant to. But then the question is, what are we supposed to do? Does anybody remember? Does anybody who's played this game remember what I'm supposed to do now? Do I actually need to, Oh, I need to send the guy from the ship? Really? Hold on. Oh, thank you. If you press A to bring up your cargo, you can actually see what's in your cargo. Duh. Okay. Alright, so what do we have here in our cargo? We have the scientist, we have that converter, that's the thing that that guy gave us. Actually, can I turn this on? There we go. E-band converted is now on. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I need to go into my cargo and transport the scientist. And thank you, Quadreflexify, for the request for the Catacomb Abyss 3D. That is a great game. That's a really good request. I will... Please remind me if when I get back to it. I have now a few games in the queue, so I'll get to that one. Okay, T for transport. Transport successful. Okay, cool. Now can I communicate? Now I can communicate. Thank you, my friend. You've shown yourself to be a man of your word. Now keep to mind. Go to Sector -43, -15. There you'll find people in need of your services. Okay, thanks. Bye. Oh, somewhere in the solar system, with a silhouette of a bird on the floor, or actually, it's like a reverse silhouette. It's not a silhouette. That's a reverse silhouette, I guess.
Someone is starting to interfere with our activities. Make sure that this problem is taken care of soon. That is all. You may leave.
Okay. I need to make sure the E-band thing is on. I think it is on. Hold on, if I say use, see now it's off, and now it's on. So, okay, it is on. Bow and Arrow is a nice game, and I'm totally open to Windows 3.0 and 3.1 games. Games for Windows 3.x are basically DOS games, because Windows back then was not an operating system, it was just a user interface that ran on top of DOS. So I actually consider those, they're kind of like DOS games by extension. So I'm totally open to playing that. Let's see how far we get, because I actually have a couple of other games that people requested, so I'll try to do the games in first come, first serve order. That means it's going to take a while. Hold on, am I going the right way? Yeah, -43, it's going to be a while. So, it might be a while before we get to that one, but I will go back through the list and see what people requested. And I would like to play Bow and Arrow because it's a nice Windows game, even though it takes like 5 minutes or even less to play it. I'm very bad at that game, by the way. I'm bad at Bow and Arrow. Got a Terminator after you didn't pay for Lady Amusement. That's Space Quest 3, but I'm not sure what your... I know you're making reference to Space Quest 3, Mech number 4, but I don't quite understand what your comment means in context. Sorry, can you elaborate? I'm not quite catching the context. You mean level 12 of the Catacomb Abyss? I mean, the game's not that difficult if you play with a lot of saves. Hold on. Am I in the right place here? Oh, minus 15. Okay, I need to go a little farther. Okay, it's going to be this green planet here. Yeah, I don't remember the Catacomb Abyss being that... I mean, bow and arrow. Oh! I think I probably got to, like, level 2 in bow and arrow, maybe. Oh, you're saying, mech number 4, you're saying that that guy who was in the lower left of that cutscene kind of looked like a Terminator. Yeah, I see what you're saying. He kind of did look like... Yeah, okay, I got you. Kind of looked like a Terminator. Okay, cool. Gotcha. I see what you're saying. Okay, I'm being hailed. Ah, yes, I've been expecting to see you. I was told that someone would be arriving to help. I understand that you may be interested in some work. We have a fairly risky job that must be carried out, and we do not have the resources to do it. The task required to deliver a small package into a fairly dangerous region. Are you interested? Oh yeah, Danger is my middle name. Actually, it's Jake Stone, but... Actually, no, that's not my middle name, that's my full name. I don't have a middle name, because I'm Jake Stone without middle name. What region is it? Sector 6-16, it will be an asteroid which is meeting huge numbers of alpha particles. This will be a dangerous mission because of the large number of rebels which have been seen in the area. They have killed any who approach and have become much more ruthless since the rumors of government lies and sabotage got out. Are you interested? What's the package? I might as well tell you what the package is since you will have to see it anyway. It is a wave intensifier. It will intensify and narrow scanning beams for a long-range and detailed scan of a specific area. These intensifiers are being placed in various spots across... But I speak too much. There's more than you need to know, and it's almost as much as I know myself. I'm only following my orders, and I do not know more than a fraction of what this is about. Okay, what is the payment? What are you offering me? It's money with armament for your shipping and return of services. 15 dumbfire and 5 heat-seeking missiles should be more than sufficient payment. Okay, so pay me with ammo. Okay, I can deal with that. And what are these rumors, by the way? You must have heard by now. It's been said the government opposes all who seek to break the speed of light. I don't think the government opposes that. I think science opposes that. They'll say that this is something to do with the disappearance of all deep space probes as they reach 5 or 6 light years from our sun. It's a common fact that no man in deep space travels occurred for this very reason. People expect that the government does not want anyone to explore deep space, and they will stop at nothing to achieve this goal. Okay. Alright, I'll accept. Okay, I'm transporting the device to you. Remember, transport this device to the Alpha asteroid and No, I'm reading too fast. To the asteroid emiting the alpha particles in sector 6-16. Returning when the task is done, collect your fee. Okay, we're going to 6-16. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a trick ahead of us. We're already at minus 16 there. We need to go quite a bit to the right. Yeah, you know, it's weird. I've talked about this before. I'm not somebody who really feels the need to get good at a game. Like, if a game takes months and months of practice to get really good at it, somehow I'm just not motivated to oh, hold on, let me dodge this red thing that's coming at us. This is some ship that's trying to intercept me, I guess. Yeah. Like, I played bow and arrow a few times, and I got to, like, level 2 or 3, and I said, cool game. I do not have the will to practice it for months to get however far you can get in it. But I will play it and show you how bad I am at it for a few minutes. Jake Stone. Yes, I would change my name if my name was Jake Stone. I would probably change my name, to be honest. Hello, Demi-F. Yes, I will beware of the giant space emites. Definitely gotta watch out for those emites. I don't know what emites are, but I will watch out for them, thank you. Okay, we're getting close now. I've got a couple of ships that... Oh, well, okay. I was gonna say, I've got a couple of ships that appear to be chasing me. I don't think I can completely avoid them, so the question is, can I lure them away from where I'm going, or... To some extent you can kind of lure them away, but I might need to fight these guys, because if they're going to keep harassing me while I'm trying to do the mission... Also, how do... Okay, hold on. Where am I going? Oh, I got too far off course. Yeah, I think I might need to fight these guys, because if I... Yeah, alright. Well, fortunately, fighting them seems fairly easy. If you just get behind them and just shoot them, they will just kind of placidly sit there and wait for you to shoot them in the back. Okay, that makes fighting them fairly easy. Yeah, these... Okay. Fortunately, they don't seem to be too much of a threat. Yeah, this is not really like a serious... Oh dear. Okay, now there's... Oh, there's two of them. That's problematic. It's not like a serious space combat sim like on the level of Star Control. It doesn't have like a really very strong combat element to it. It has some combat, but it doesn't have like a very strong combat background. I'd really like to not have to fight two of them at once, if I can avoid it. Oh! Check it out. They have friendly fire. That one shot the other one in his back a couple of times. Maybe I can get them to kill... Whoops! Oh dear. Oh dearie, dearie, dearie me. That was... I should have saved. I was not expecting to die to those things. Okay. Well... And I didn't save for a while. Okay, you know what? Let's just move on. I've already been playing this for about half an hour. I think half an hour is a pretty good stretch for these streams. Because, you know, this is not a full Let's Play. This is just kind of like a stream of cycling through some different games. So that was Solar Winds. Cool game. I think when I first played it, I didn't like it. But I kind of... My cold and stony heart kind of warmed to it, because after a while I realized, you know, it's actually kind of a fun game. Like, it's a very simple game, but it's actually fun to play. I had a lot of fun with it, so I like it now. I am entitled to change my mind. Okay. Orion Odyssey. All right, let's get on to the Orion Odyssey. I don't know if does I has the Orion Odyssey. If I don't, I'm sure I can find it online because it is a shareware game. But let me see. Do I have... I'm not seeing it here. Okay, that's fine. I'll go ahead and download it. It should be fairly readily findable for download because, again, it is a shareware game. So let me see. I'm gonna use the Googles and I'm gonna look for Orion Odyssey. All right. Gosh. Harder to find than I thought. Apparently there's something to do with Orion in Assassin's Creed, and so, or in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and so Google thinks that I'm looking for something to do with that. Can I specifically say I want to look for... Here we go. Orion Odyssey on DOSGamesArchive.com. That seems like a good starting point. Here we go. Orion. Let's go ahead and download this. Give me a moment. There we go. Okay, I got it. All right, so let's go ahead and unzip the zip file, which I have acquired from the interwebs. Okay, here we go. So, Orion 30, which I guess means version 3.0 of the game. Okay, I guess, I wonder what that file called 7561 is. That, oh, okay, tells you, okay, this is disk number 7561 of the Public Software Library in Houston, Texas. I wonder if you can... I'm going to take a very strong guess that if you call that number right now, you will not reach the Public Software Library in Houston, Texas. If anybody wants to try it out, be my guest. Let's go ahead and run Orion. Yeah, the Orion Odyssey 3.0. And, oh, I think this is running a little too fast. Yeah, this is definitely running a little too fast. Hold on, let me... Yeah, it's definitely going way too fast. Hold on. this? Okay, might be a little too slow. Problem here is I need to hold control to adjust the cycles in DOSBox, but holding control also shoots, so I'm consuming my ammo by adjusting the speed. Okay, this seems like it's all right, though. Okay, this is it. Welcome to the Orion Odyssey, everyone, by Billy Dalrymple in Cary, North Carolina. And let's go ahead and press H for help, because I don't remember the keys for this game. Hello? H for help? There we go. Now it worked. Hello, CorginBet. You missed Solar Winds. So I played Solar Winds for about half an hour, and then I died, and I stopped because I didn't save, and I didn't want to start over from the beginning. Solar Winds is a cool game. Pretty good game, but I died, and I forgot to save because I was careless, so that was that. Okay, so the controls are pretty simple. Control is fire, as it was in many games at the time. Arrow keys up, left, and right moves you up, left, and right. Well, left and right goes left and right, and then up is for the jetpack, which is pretty cool. I is inventory, E is transporter, B is bomb, W is sword, P is shield, because we can't use S for sword and shield because it was already taken for sound. And F is use golden goose. That's wonderful. Okay. Yeah, I might have played this on my channel before because it was on one of the Game Fest CDs, so it's very possible that... Is this thing going to attack me? What is this thing that... What is that? It's just hovering above me now. Is that an enemy, or is it something that's going to help me? Okay, that answered my question. It was an enemy. It hurt me. All right. So yeah, this is the Orion Odyssey. It's kind of like Jetpack, except it's not. I mean, can I... Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. All right. This reminds me of Captain Comic. It's like Captain Comic with a jetpack. That's basically what this is. You have to be careful when landing because you do take falling damage if you fall down. Wait, whoa! What are you? What is going on here? Like a little flying baby. It's probably not a baby. It looks like a baby. That looks like... Okay, I died. Well, there you go. That's the Orion Odyssey. What kind of system am I streaming on? It's just a basic Windows 10 laptop. It's a Lenovo Windows 10 laptop that I bought like 5 years ago because it was cheap and it does everything I needed to do. It's not super high performance, but it runs DOS games well enough and it does web stuff and everything else that I do. So it's just a very basic laptop. I think it cost like $400 back in the day. Okay, can I shoot this thing? This thing is really annoying. Like it just kind of hovers above me and waits until I fly up into it. Okay, there we go. I shot it. And I guess I should shoot this thing too because this thing also appears to... There we go. Got that. Yeah, I don't do the gaming PC thing because I don't play enough new games to make it worth it. I don't play enough new games to make it worth spending like $2,000 on the latest NVIDIA graphics card. It's just, yeah, I just don't play enough new games for that. I mean, what's the newest game that I play? I think the newest game that I play is probably Just Cause 2, and Just Cause 2 runs well enough on this laptop. Can I go down the... I did not even perceive a hole there. Okay, let me go back and check out the hole there. What hole are you talking about, sir? I did not perceive any particular hole. I'm a typical guy. I'm not good at getting into holes. Okay, I assume you mean this hole here. Oh, hey. Whoa, hey, whoa. I remember being down here. There's like a whole complex of tunnels here. Am I mastering Orion? I don't know if this is a game you can master, to be honest. This seems like the kind of game that's At least it's rather difficult to master, but I'm surviving it for now. And I'm actually quite enjoying it. I mean, I like this game. I really like this game. It's a very flawed game, but it is fun. It is a lot of fun to play. And that's what's really important, isn't it? Okay, this looks like a jail cell with a... Oh, that's the golden goose, isn't it? Because on the help it says you can use the golden goose to increase fuel efficiency. Okay, so we need to somehow get that gold... Or I guess we don't need to, but it would be beneficial to get the golden goose because then we could probably increase our fuel efficiency. But how do we get it with that thing there? Because that's... I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it. Maybe at some point in the future I'll come back and do like a proper let's play of this game. But for now... Oh, here we go. There's a fuel pump here. There we go. I filled up on fuel. Nice. Oh, and that cost gold. I see. So that gold meter shows it's money. And so when you get fuel from these fuel pumps, that costs you money, gold. Okay, cool. I knew all this at one time and then forgot it because I haven't played this game for years. Why is the game lagging here so much? Is that just because this is a bigger room? Wow, it's really lagging suddenly. Okay, yeah, just something about that room. Maybe the detail in that room was so high that it caused everything to lag for a bit. Weird. All right. That meter, that one meter that's called meter, it shows you how far you are off the ground. So it's useful if you want to. It's basically your altitude. Acts as like an altimeter sort of thing. So let's see. What is that? Is that a? Is that a? Okay, I guess that was the shield. So if I press P now. Okay. That my health is going up, and there's like a flickering dot below my health. So this shield appears to be protecting me. That's nice. Can I just leave that on? Like, is it... Can I just somehow leave the shield running indefinitely, or does it run out eventually? Like, is it a limited power-up, and if I just leave it on, it will eventually run out and stop giving me health? I do not know. I'll just leave it on and see how we do. Also, I desperately need oxygen. My oxygen is just based on time. Everything else is based on consumption. Like fuel goes down if you use your jetpack, and ammo obviously goes down if you shoot. But oxygen is just steadily goes down with time, and you will need to find oxygen somewhere. And I have not found it. I'm probably going to die very soon because I have no oxygen. Unless I find oxygen here. Okay. Oh. Wow, that was lucky. I was just saying I'm just about to die because I have no oxygen. Then I found an oxygen pump. That was very lucky. And I got a key. Nice. This does not say anything about a key, but okay. Well, that was very close. If there's no full playthrough of this on YouTube, maybe I should do like a full playthrough of this sometime. You know, this would probably be a good game to do a proper playthrough treatment of, because hold on, can I pick up this shield again? I guess so. That didn't seem to do much. But okay, sure. Oops. Hold on. It seems to me that my health goes up very quickly now. Did picking up the second shield somehow make my health go up faster? Which doesn't make sense because I was on the same screen where I got the shield before, so it doesn't make sense that I could get... Whoops. Yeah, look how fast my health goes up. I mean, it doesn't quite go rocketing up at light speed, but it recharges very quickly. I mean, fairly quickly now. Quickly enough that you can just wait a few seconds and get your health auto-recharged. Okay, that's pretty cool. I guess that means I'm not likely to die here unless I run out of oxygen. Why is my oxygen is already at, like, how did I lose that much oxygen? How did I lose that much oxygen so fast? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, this game is pretty cool. I like this game. I've always liked this game. I first encountered this game long ago, like more than 20 years ago. And I've always liked, oh, whoa, what's this? Oh, here's where we use that key. There we go. That's where we use that key that we got. And this room... So, kind of annoying is that you can't really control the direction of your shots, and I can't duck. So if I want to shoot that thing on the ground, what I kind of have to do is... Okay, well... Oh, and that's a pot of gold. Oh, wow. So you can replenish your gold here as well. That's... Okay, that's awesome. All right, cool. Okay, well... Gosh. This game just got a lot easier because if I can just keep getting gold from there and then using gold to buy fuel and oxygen and stuff, then theoretically we have unlimited supplies down there. Okay. Gosh. I mean, I can just kill things by running into... I can just, like, headbutt things now, and it won't even matter because my health recharge is so fast. I'm just running into stuff now. That's pretty awesome. I could probably go back and get that golden goose now, and that would also help my fuel efficiency. You know, I don't know where I'm going. I think we've seen enough of this for now. This is a pretty cool game. I like it. Definitely a game that deserves a little bit more attention than it's gotten, I think. But it is kind of quirky. It is kind of flawed. It is kind of... It is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and quit for now. I like the last option here is never mind. I don't know why. I always like it when menus have the option never mind. Okay, quit to DOS. There you go. Wow, score is 4,396. I don't know if that was... I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know if that's a good or a bad score. All right, let's see. You want to see Life or Two of Duke 3D? Duke 3D would last a long time because I don't die often in that game unless I mean, I guess I could play on a harder difficulty, but I usually play Duke 3D on the easiest setting, which I believe is called Piece of Cake. Yeah, Piece of Cake. And I can play that game on one life for a long time without... I mean, I could do that, but that would be pretty much the rest of the stream because I'm not going to die soon in Duke 3D. I don't die often in that game. Or I could do, I could do one of the platform-based Duke Nukem games like Duke 1 or Duke 2. Those are possible to do. LGR refused to friend you on Steam. That's sad, but I can understand. I mean, LGR has what? LGR has like, I think he has well over 1 million subscribers now, so I don't think he can be friends with all his subscribers on Steam, unfortunately. I know it's kind of sad. It's like, LGR is a great guy. Like, he's a really nice guy, as far as I know. I've never met him personally, but he seems like a really great guy. But yeah, I understand if you have that many subscribers, you can't just friend everyone whom you want to friend on Steam, so I could understand why he might turn that down. Okay, now it's time for Turbo Speedway, a request from Krell Metal. I do not know what Turbo Speedway is, so I'm going to go ahead and use the Google. This is a new one for me. Unless you mean... Okay, I was going to say, unless you mean that game that's just called Turbo. There's a game called Turbo, which is literally just like a 2-lane kind of CJ old DOS game. No, this is something else. Turbo Speedway is a Czech game. Okay, I actually have not seen a lot of Czech games in my life. How many Czech games have I seen? There's Dragon Story, which I made a video of, and there's Vlak, which is just a game about a train, because Vlak is train in Czech and also Slovak. All right, well, let's see. Can I download Turbo Speedway? It looks like a good game. Actually, it looks like Slicks and Slides. Slicks and Slides was a Finnish racing game, which kind of looks like this. But let's see how we do here. Let me try downloading Turbo Speedway. I am attempting to do this now. All right, I think it has been downloaded. Let's check it out. Big Rigs, you mean Over the Road Racing, that game where you can go at light speed if you drive in reverse? That's a good game. I mean, it's a good game to laugh at. It's not a good game. It's a good game to it's a good game to laugh at. It's not a good game to actually play seriously. All right, looks like I have Turbo Speedway, so I'm gonna go ahead and extract the files onto my computer machine. Yeah, LGR he's obviously vastly increased his production values, but what I don't really like about LGR is that he's stopped reviewing games. He used to, LGR used to stand for lazy game reviews. He used to review games. Now he almost never reviews games. Now he's reviewing whole computer systems, which is not bad. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I just kind of sometimes wish that he would just review like an old DOS game or something. It just would be fun to see him review, I don't know, a game now and then. But yeah, LGR is a great guy. I've always had great respect for him. Why do I have auto-excite and config sys here, but nothing else? Okay, had to refresh. All right. No, there's no. It's not a game based on. I know what you mean by the slip and slide. In fact, I had a slip and slide when I was a kid. No, the game is not based on that. It's a racing game, and it's called that because the racetrack has slick areas on it where you can slide and slip and slide, but it's not based on the water slide thing. Okay, Speedway. Let's check this out. Oh, it's Space Interactive. Space! WSS. Uvadi. I don't know what Uvadi means. Or it might be just a word. Okay, the program is from Radek Datik. I'm loving this presentation. Grafika Animats. Okay, it's actually in Czech. I'm hoping that I can get through this without knowing Czech, because I don't know Czech. I mean, it's not hard to guess that effectu probably means effects, like that. That was a pretty cool effect right there. Turbo. Speedway. Okay, yeah, it is in Czech. I don't know Czech. I'm going to assume that one hráč means one player, which is fine. Editovat trat probably means... Okay, I'm going to guess that trat probably means track, and I can edit the track with this. That would mean that then nahrát trat means do something else with the track. Okay. Koniec means end. That I know because it's the same word in Russian, koniec. But the only other word I recognize here is start. So I'm just going to go ahead and start. Oh, cool. Whoa. My car caught fire when it collided with a swimming pool, which is exactly what happens when a car runs into a swimming pool. That's the natural reaction when a car hits a swimming pool. Okay. Impromptu survey. I'm curious. What is the most iconic use of space? Is it the, what is it called? Is it called the space sphere? I don't even remember. Not the space cube. The space module? The thing from Portal. The space thing from Portal saying, space! Is that the most iconic use of space? Or is it space? From Tim Curry's performance in Command & Conquer. Okay. Is there a way to slow down? Because I'm literally not doing anything to make the car accelerate. It just kind of speeds up by itself. I press a key and then the car just will continue accelerating. Is there a way to make it slow down, or... Like, I literally can't make the car slow down. I can steer with the left and right keys, and you'd think that maybe the up and down arrow keys would control the speed, but they do not. They have, like, literally no effect on my speed. I'm just going full tilt forward without any way to slow down whatsoever. Like, I have no way to... I'm trying a bunch of keys, and the only keys that seem to do anything are left and right. Left and right steer, but otherwise Or is this how you're supposed to play? Or are you just meant to play with like a totally... With like a totally, I think that noise we make is just him screaming because he caught fire. Reminds me a bit of that scene from Talladega Nights where Will Ferrell jumps out of his car because he thinks he's on fire. He's saying, "I'm on fire! I'm on fire!" And of course he's not on fire, but he somehow thinks he is. This would probably be a lot more fun. I mean, this looks like a pretty good game. This would be a lot more fun if I could figure out how to slow down. But, like, I literally have no control over... Like, I can't find the brakes. And I am not... Like, I'm doing nothing. I have nothing. I have my hands off the keyboard now. And I'm constantly accelerating. So... I would go back to the main menu and look for controls, but since it's in Czech, I couldn't really understand... I wouldn't really be able to understand the menu. Okay, you know what? Let's try it. Let's see if I can... Does anybody here know Czech? Can anybody tell me what options or something like that might be in Czech? Okay, so I have suchy povrch, mokry povrch, and nemrlzy povrch. Okay. Don't know. Okay, and this also... Okay, I don't know. Bugatka? Sportak. Cabriolet. Oh, this is probably choosing my type of car. Hello, the Akatoy. Welcome to the chat. I'm trying to play Turbo Speedway, which is this lovely Czech game, which actually looks like a really good game, but I am just not figuring out how to control my speed, which is unfortunate. Let's see, do I have... I think I have list... Here. Yeah. What does this say? Okay. I was hoping there might be English language documentation somewhere, but this is obviously all in Czech, so it's not going to be very useful. Maybe... Are there keys listed here somewhere? Okay, let's see. So, escape is koniec. Okay, so escape is... Oh, wait. Editacja. That's... Okay, that's the editor. Enter Vybortu pokrajiny silnici, který se bude kreslit. That's Vybor is choose, so that's choose something. I don't know what Sipki is. Sipki. Sipki. That rings a bell. I probably should know what that is, but I don't. Delete and insert are pretty clear. But I think it's the track editor, not the game. Okay, maybe this is the game. Oh. Oh, I get it. Okay, so 5? So it looks like it's saying to use the number keypads. So use 4, 5, and 6. So 4 and 6 steer, 5 is, I'm guessing brzda is brakes, and then AD is rotate something. Okay. Let's see. All right, let's try this. Yeah, apparently 5 is brake. I'm guessing brzda is brake. All right, that helps. Let's try that out. Speedway. Let's try this again. Space. I can't seem to skip this. Oh, okay, I skipped it. All right, I skipped that anyway. All right, let's go. Come on. All right, let's try this now. So I gotta remember 5 is the brakes. Yeah, it is. Okay, so if I hold down 5 on the numeric keypad, that brakes. And what does A and D do? It seemed to imply that A and D rotate something, but I'm not seeing any rotation happening. Okay, so this is an interesting approach to controls. There's no accelerator. There's literally no acceleration. The game just assumes that you want to accelerate at all times. The only way to slow down is to hold the brakes. So you're under constant acceleration unless you brake. I'm used to the opposite. I'm used to cars accelerating when you push the gas button or pedal, and not accelerating when you do nothing. So this is taking a little bit of getting used to, but this is definitely more productive than the last time I tried to play this. At least I can control my speed to some extent here. I like the atmosphere. I like that they have birds chirping and dogs barking. Kind of gives you a real feel for this sort of suburban environment that we're racing in. It's kind of cool, actually. I really like this. I really like how this game looks and feels. It looks great. It looks and sounds gorgeous. Not a big fan of the controls here, to be honest, but it could be worse. Like, it's not horrible. Not great, not terrible. Okay, here we go. Record! Cool. Record. Okay. How do I... Okay, I guess this is where you choose different tracks. Let's choose... Dabelska. I don't know what Dabelska is, but let's try Dabelska. I guess this is what a Dabelska looks like. Whoops. I mean, the game looks very similar, it just is a different track layout, but otherwise it's the same basic gameplay. Oops. I'm assuming our character said something in Czech, which I did not understand because I don't understand Czech, but... I stand by my assessment. Great looking game, great sounding game. Graphics and sound absolutely top notch. Absolutely perfectly nailed the 90s colorful, chunky, gorgeous DOS aesthetic, which I guess it is. Like, it is. I don't think it's a retro game. I think this is a game from that era, so it's not like they were trying to emulate that look. It's just the natural look of the game because it was from that era. But it's a great looking game, gorgeous looking game. I love the graphics, like the sound. There's no music here other than in the menu, but that's okay. I can live with that. Yeah, very atmospheric. 10 out of 10 on the atmosphere. 4 out of 10 on the controls. Sorry, these controls are just not doing it for me. Okay. How far are we from the end? Because this is getting just a little bit, it's actually a little bit monotonous, to be honest. Because even though these backgrounds look good, it's literally just like the same building is copied and pasted endlessly. Like, all these buildings are identical. They're literally just. I know some people will say that's what the suburbs are like. A lot of people don't like suburbs and say that's what the suburbs are like. They're just the same cookie cutter houses copied over and over. But that's actually not true. Like, if you actually look at suburbs, people do tend to sort of make their homes distinct. Yeah, merde is French. I don't think well, I mean, maybe it's used in Czech as a loan word. I guess that's possible, but I don't know. Oh man. Okay. I think I've had enough. I like this game. I can definitely imagine that Czech people who grew up with this game probably have a soft spot in their hearts for it, out of nostalgia. I would too if I grew up with this game. Nice looking game. They really should have done more with the backgrounds, though. Like more than just having the exact same buildings just repeated endlessly. Because I can't even tell where I am anymore. Like, if I looked at a screenshot of this, I could not identify where on the track this is. This is literally just a very small number of. All right, record. Cool. All right. I'll do Gagnettes to get out of the game. All right, that was Turbo Speedway. Cool game. Thank you for recommending it or suggesting it. It is actually I like that very much. It's a nice looking game. I had like 5 minutes of fun with it, but I don't feel any great urgent need to come back to it. Thoughts on old Origin games? Oh, What's an example of an old Origin game? I mean, Wing Commander is from Origin, but maybe hold on. Where did Origin get their start? Didn't they have some involvement with the Ultima games? Yeah, Ultima's from Origin, isn't it? Hold on. Let me look this up because now I'm aware of Origin, but I'm just trying to think of what would be an example of like a really early Origin game. I think Wing Commander came later. I think those were like later games. So let me see. What did Origin make? Let me check this out. Origin games. Their first game, okay, their very first game was Caverns of Callisto. Never played that. Yeah, so Ultima. Okay, so yeah, they did make the Ultima games. I don't know why I forgot that. Like, why was I not sure that they made Ultima? I never played Ultima that much because I wasn't. I'm not an RPG person. RPGs are literally like the one genre that I don't play a lot of. Auto Duel I played. I mean, that's kind of I would say it's unremarkable. Ogre is that is a tank fighting game. I don't think I played that either. I don't know. What did you have in mind, M. Simple? Because other than Ultima, I'm not familiar with a lot of like the really old Origin games. Tex Murphy. Tex Murphy is a good series, but somehow I somehow never finished. Let's see. What did I do? I think, so the first Tex Murphy game was Mean Streets, and I never finished it because some of the arcade sequences, some of the non-adventure portions annoyed me too much. I think I got like 80% through it, and for some reason never finished it. I don't know why now. And then the next game was Martian Memorandum, which I also never finished because I wanted to finish the previous. I think the problem was just that I wanted to play the games in order, and since I never finished Mean Streets, I didn't end up playing the later games in the series, and I probably should have. I think the last one I played was Under a Killing Moon, which looks good, was certainly very impressive for its time, but in retrospect is not as impressive today, obviously. And all the subsequent games I didn't play. I mean, they were good games. I like that they did something different. They didn't just try to play off the Sierra LucasArts model. Like they were adventure games that tried to do something different from those often copied templates. So in that sense, I like that they did something new, but I think they got mixed results with them. Daffers, about Wacky Wheels. I played Scunny Cart. On my prior stream today. I don't want to do Wacky Wheels now because that's just a little too similar. I mean, Scunny Cart is basically Wacky Wheels with different sprites and stuff. Why racing in the suburbs? Yeah, maybe it's something the Czechs do. Kind of like Finnish people are crazy about rally driving. Like rally driving is a huge thing in Finland, and Finnish people are just totally wacky about it, and they will like go tearing through. Well, so I've heard. I've never lived in Finland, but as I understand it, Finnish people just go tearing through suburbs on their rally cars at ridiculous speeds, kind of like what we were doing here. Kind of something that Eastern Europeans do, I guess. Okay. Let's see. I guess it's time to play another game. Yeah, Knights of Legend. I don't think I've played Knights of Legend. And Crusader probably also not. Yeah, sorry. There are a lot of old games that I just somehow never got to because they just didn't appeal to me as much for some reason. I don't know why. Let's see. Where are we at to here in terms of games? So that was Turbo Speedway. What was the next game that was requested? Catacomb Abyss 3D. Okay, that's definitely a game I know. Yeah, Catacombs 3D. And you know what? I'm gonna just, by way of a historical lesson, because I think that some people might not know the origins. Like, why is it called Catacombs 3D? The reason is because there was an earlier game called Catacomb. So, let's see. Actually, I might have it here. Looks like I do. Yes, I do. I think it's, yeah, I think I need to go to that subdirectory here. Here we go. Catacomb. And, yeah, it has kind of ugly CGA graphics, but I think if you press E here, yeah, we'll get EGA graphics. So let me slow this down just a bit. Yeah, it's still kind of fast, but okay. So this is Catacomb. It's a pretty cool game. I like it. Oh, this is actually still fast. I've got the cycles at like... Okay, here we go. That's better. You need to get the cycles to like 1,000 for the game to play properly. So you collect these potions for health. You have different... I mean, basically you have basic fireballs as a weapon. But they're also... That B and N that you see on the right there, the B is a bolt, so it does this basically. It shoots like a bolt of several magic missiles all in a row. And N, I think... Yeah, N, I think, stands for nuke, if I remember right. It basically just shoots shots in all directions. So kind of things for when you need more than just the basic straightforward shot. And if you hold down control, then you get a big shot like that. Yeah, I've never lived on Peräjärvi, but I can imagine that if you live on the banks of the beautiful lake Peräjärvi, there's, yeah, not much to do except drink and go rally driving, kind of like My Summer Car. If any of you have ever played My Summer Car, it's ostensibly a game about racing, but it's actually like Finland Simulator. And it literally is just like living in Finland. I mean, it's like stereotypes of living in Finland. I mean, again, I've never lived in Finland myself, but I've been to Finland, and it's basically, it looks exactly like Finland. It's basically like you go to the store, and the guy there just swears at you in Finnish and sells you some sausages, and you go back home and drink yourself into a stupor, and then you go into your car and go driving and die by crashing into a tree because you're driving at 200 kilometers per hour on a dirt road at the back of your house, which is basically like life in Finland. Oh yeah, and there are constant mosquitoes, just as in Finland. So yeah, if you want to know what it's like to live in Finland, play My Summer Car. Great game for people who want to experience the true Finnish experience. So anyway, this is Catacomb. And now we want to see Catacomb 3D. The reason it's called Catacomb 3D is because it is a first-person shooter adaptation of that. And I don't know if I have it here. Do I have it here? I probably don't. No, I don't, but I think, let's see. I think I have it, I just don't have it unzipped in my DOSBox directory. So let me see, can I find it? Yeah, Catacomb the Abyss. Let's see. So if let's see. Just trying to think. Just trying to think which of these is the best to, because I have a few zips of this. Let's try this one. I actually am not familiar with the exact sequence of releases for this game. So the Catacomb Abyss has it has kind of a messy release history, because I think it was originally released as Catacomb 3D. Hold on, let me just check. I'm just going to go to Wikipedia and just read out the history quickly. I mean, you folks can do the same yourselves, but let me just get the history here. So what you're about to see is one of the first-person shooters ever for the PC. It is based on the same engine as an earlier game called Hover Tank 3D, which was developed by id Software. Yes, the same id Software that went on to make Wolfenstein and Doom, and published by Softdisk in April of 1991. And again, Hover Tank was one of the first-person shooters. It was a very simple first-person shooter. It was a pretty basic game, but I think it may have been actually the first widely distributed smooth-scrolling first-person shooter for the PC. Somebody please correct me if I'm wrong on that. I want to say it was the first widely distributed first-person shooter for PCs. Its successor then, or its sort of not progenitor, but what's the word? I don't know. Descendant, I guess, is Catacomb 3D. And Catacomb 3D was kind of tricky because I I think Catacomb 3D was the first release. It was first released as Catacomb 3D as a 3D adaptation of Catacomb, the game we just saw. And then it was later sold in 3 different episodes, with the first shareware episode called Catacomb Abyss. Actually, no, I'm wrong about that. Catacomb Abyss is actually the sequel to Catacomb 3D. Okay, I think I don't have Catacomb 3D. I have Catacomb Abyss, which was the more widely distributed shareware follow-up to it. So, to the person who requested Catacomb 3D, I'm sorry, I'm going to show Catacomb Abyss instead, which I hope is acceptable because it's basically the same game. It's just like a different episode, so to speak. So, all right, let's go ahead and get into this now. So, Cat, I think put into Cat Abyss. Yes, I did. Here we go. So, do I need to run cat abs 1 first? Yeah, it's a self-extracting thingy. Do we need to do all of these here? Let's try doing all 3 of those. Yeah, okay, I guess I need to do all of these. There we go. Okay. So, what do we have here? There's something called Go. Or Start. No, it was called Start. Start. Do I do start.bat or start.exe? What's in start.bat? Okay. Okay. So, okay. That's interesting. How did it? Huh? Okay. Okay, I don't know. So number 1 says information you should know before playing. I don't think we need to know that before playing, but I'll check it out anyhow. Okay, important memory requirements. What the Catacomb... Okay, actually, let's read what the Catacomb Abyss is in a nutshell. It is a captivating tale of wizards and fantasy trips into other dimensions. That's not really true. It's a first-person shooter where you just shoot some skeletons. It utilizes powerful 3D graphics perspective technology. Okay. That's interesting. It mentions Wolfenstein 3D here. How does it mention Wolfenstein 3D? I was pretty sure that this came before Wolfenstein. That's interesting. Maybe I'm... Okay, probably because Catacomb 3D came first, and then this came later, and at this time they had already released Wolfenstein? Or was this text retroactively edited to indicate that it's from the same company as Wolfenstein, even though this came before Wolfenstein? I'm not sure. I do not know. I don't remember the whole history about, like, the whole sequence of events behind this. But anyway, this is from Softdisk, and you have warranties and disclaimers and things like that. Okay, we didn't need to read that. Let's play the game. Prepare to enter the Catacomb. This game is a little bit creepy. This is another one of those things that creeped me out when I was a kid. So if you're a little squeamish, it's not super scary. Like, it's not a really terrifying horror game, but there's going to be a little bit of it's going to be a little bit gloomy. So if you're averse to like comic horror and stuff like that, watch out. It is kind of... It's not something you're like... If you're an adult, you're not likely to lose any sleep over this, but it is a little bit... all right. Do you want to challenge the great nemesis as a novice or a warrior? I'll do a novice because I'm a wimp. Ha! Another novice to feed my pets. All right, you stand before the gate leading to the town cemetery. Town spelled with an E. Now just following as mournful wails mingle with the sound of your pounding heart. Equipped with your wits and the secret knowledge of magic with a K, you venture forth in your quest to upset the dark schemes of Nemesis, your arch rival. Yeah, exactly. This came before Wolfenstein 3D. Like, Wolfenstein 3D is basically a modified version of this game's engine. But it's saying here copyright 1992. And didn't Wolfenstein come out in 1991? Hold on. When did Wolfenstein come out? I'm probably just... Okay, yeah, so Catacomb Abyss did come out in 1991. So I'm guessing then that... And Wolfenstein also came out in 1992. So hold on, what kind of dates? Okay, so Wolfenstein came out in May of 1992, and this game came out in November of 1992. So this did come after Wolfenstein. So the real original first-person shooter was Catacomb 3D, which I haven't shown, but okay. But it's the same basic thing as this. It's just... Yeah, okay, thank you, Ludicer. Okay, so Catacomb 3D is 1991. It did precede Wolfenstein 3D, but that's not really a game that... I don't have that game, and I'm not really that familiar with it, other than that it's basically the predecessor to this. This is basically the same engine, it's just with a better, with better maps, like with more detailed maps and things. So I hope that this is an acceptable substitute for the original Catacomb 3D. So here we go. Oh yeah, and one thing I always found interesting is, see how... Yeah, okay, the door behind me is blocked. That's fine. Wait, how do I... Oh, yeah. And in this game, you know how in Wolfenstein you hold shift to move faster? In this game you use tab. Oh, and it doesn't make you move faster. Tab makes you turn faster. Okay. I don't think you can run in this game, actually. You can only turn faster by holding tab. So one thing I always appreciate about this game is the way the text at the bottom changes as you move around. Like, see, now it says, for openers, read the help, F1, and then collect the zappers and the cure potions in this area. Be aware of Control and Z keys as you venture beyond. Save as you go. The town cemetery. Okay. So these purple potions are healing potions. They will heal you once you get damaged. And the other things I'm picking up are just like oh, whoa, there we go. We already killed our first enemy there. Those are just weapon power-ups that will allow us to shoot more quickly if we need to. Oh, let's not forget that chest there. Oh, great, the chest was empty. That hardly ever... It happens sometimes the chests are totally empty, but it usually doesn't happen. And this is something that I needed to get used to. When these windows here are pink, it usually means that you can shoot them because they are a destructible wall. That's something that you kind of had to... That I kind of had to get used to. It took me a while to figure that out. I'm assuming I can shoot these... Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. You gotta watch out. These guys will come up behind you like that. They'll sneak up behind you. It gets kind of tricksy. Okay, yeah, there we go. Shoot through that. A family plot. You gotta be careful because I think you can destroy power-ups with your shots. I think you can shoot things like this if you hit them with your missiles. So don't shoot power-ups. The Gravedigger keeps the key to the garden with his pet bats. Okay. Yeah, I do like how at the bottom it says turning. Did you know that you're turning? In case you didn't know that you're pressing the key to turn, it tells you. Advancing. Yeah, it is kind of funny how they do that. Little, kind of an odd design choice, but I guess it's... Ooh, don't miss the purple gem in this region. Yeah, this game is a little bit, I didn't have nightmares based on this game, but I remember... Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, these zombies are annoying because they will literally just come out of the ground like that, and they usually come up behind you, so you kind of have to watch your... There is that, on the right-hand side in the lower right, you do have kind of a radar that shows enemies around you, but I'm not in the habit of keeping an eye on it, so yeah. This is locked. I need a red key for that. Alright, need to come back here with a red key. I'm guessing that purple gem that it talked about is behind that door. Oh, and I think we won't see enemies on that radar until we get the purple gem. The gems enable you to see certain types of enemies on the radar, and since we don't have any enemies, I think the radar's not working yet, so we need to get the gems for the radar to work. Okay, this purple... Oh, it does. I was going to say it doesn't have a hidden door behind it, but it does. Okay. Got a green key. Oh, ah, man, these guys keep doing... They just keep coming out of the ground behind me. It gets really annoying. Yeah, that lightning effect with the flickering roof is actually... It is... I mean, the game's not bad for 1991. When you consider how old it is, and when you consider this is one of the first PC first-person shooters, it is not a bad effort all around. Not, there we go. Now I've got a red key, so now I could go back and get that purple gem. Ooh, what do we have here? What has we here? Ah, more of these guys. See what I mean? These guys, they just keep doing that, like every time. Yeah, man, stealth zombies. All right, let's go back and get that that purple gem. On that door that was locked with a red key, I think, wasn't it? You use a red key. There we go. So what do we have here? We have that guy. There we go. There you go, purple gem. See, now on the right-hand side, there are like 5 diamond shapes. But oh, 5 diamond shapes on that radar. So now that there's a purple gem on the right-hand side, so that will allow us to enable us to detect certain types of enemies on the radar. All right, so what else we had here? That the mausoleum lies beyond the garden to the east. Okay, cool, thanks. That yellow sort of diamond on our radar, I think that indicates north. So I think I'm facing north now, and that would be east, I think. Is the sound strictly PC speaker? I think so. I don't think that there's yeah, this was before AdLib and Sound Blaster sound. I don't think there's AdLib and Sound Blaster sound for this game, as far as I know. At least I never had any. I don't think it's a possibility for this game. What is the plot behind this game? I guess the basic plot is zombies and shoot the zombies. That's the plot. No, I mean, the plot is you're a wizard and you need to defeat the evil Nemesis, which is basically like this creepy skeleton ghoul thing with fire for hair. And he's your nemesis because he's called Nemesis, and you have to shoot him and or kill him or destroy him or banish him to the netherworld or whatever. I don't know. That's the plot. Something kind of, sort of. Ah! You guys! You zombies, you keep doing this to me. Okay, I'm almost dead, so I think... Hold on, how do I think... Hold on, F1 for help. I think H is... Come on, what are the... How do I use the healing potion? I think it's H, but it should be here in the instructions somewhere. Oh, it's C or space. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. C or space is cure yourself. All right. There we go. That worked. Used a curing potion to heal ourselves. All right, cool. These bats. Bats are quite annoying. Oh, I used a green key. Whoa, oh, bats! Okay. Blue key. Alright, that's nice. Got a blue key from here. I guess that was worth it. Memory lanes. And see, this is something that I've always loved. This is something that... it's kind of British, I think. Like, one thing that strikes me is in Britain, especially in the countryside, maybe not so much in big cities, but like in the countryside, every house in Britain seems to have a name. Like, they name every single place. Every house has its own name. And a lot of games that are British-inspired, like a lot of old ZX Spectrum games, because the Spectrum was a British computer, a lot of games for the Spectrum had this kind of thing where every room was named. And this game kind of does the same thing. Like, this area is called Memory Lanes, and most parts of the game have, you know, names like that, which will show up as you walk through them. Like, here's the Pauper's Grave site. It's just something I've always thought was a nice touch. Just little atmospheric things like that. It actually means a lot to me. It seems very simple, but just little atmospheric touches like that mean a lot to me in games like this. Pass this way? Yes. Let me just get caught up with chat here, because I think I'm not paying much attention to chat, so I might have missed some stuff. Why does he have a white robe? I guess because it looks stylish, probably. I am 41, Emsenthal. I am 41, which, I don't know if that's good or bad, but it's fact. I am 41 years old. I'm not very happy about that, but I can't really change that, so that's what it is. You're 45 and a half. Okay, so you're a little older than I, but not by that much. Yeah, his face does get pretty nasty looking when he gets worn down. Like, yeah, exactly. Like BJ Blazkowicz's face got really bloody, and I think his eyes started bleeding, things like that, when you get down to really low health. So, yeah, let's pass this way and use a blue key. You've arrived at the Garden of Tears. All right, let's see. Can I? Oh yeah, I can strafe. Okay, so I can use Alt for strafing. They call it sidestepping here, but there you go. Oh no, I really gotta watch the radar. I really need to watch the radar because that would help me shoot these zombies before they sneak up on me like that. I can get a bunch of power-ups here. And I actually don't even really need these powers because I'm probably not going to play this game that long. So you know what? Let's just continue on. Let's just continue on. Let's just continue on, and I'm just going to play until I die. I'm not going to use any more healing potions. I'm just going to play until I die, so we can see what he looks like when he dies. Whoops! See what I mean? You can. Oh, this is a new enemy. See what I mean? You can shoot those power-ups, so don't shoot power-ups if you can help it. I had such a hair trigger that I just reflexively shot that power-up because it looked threatening. It was a very threatening-looking power-up. Oh, bats. Bats! This wall here with no ivy on it. Yeah. That lack of ivy was a sign that it's destructible. Alright. A Garden of Tears to expose your fears. Yeah, this game's a lot less scary now that I'm 41, but as a kid, it did kind of freak me out a bit. I did feel a bit uneasy while playing this, but I mean, it's not that horrifying. It's not that disturbing, but it is a little creepy. I'm glad to hear you're in amazing health, M. Sintel. I wish I could say the same. Oh, hey, Jim Leonard. Good to see you here. I'm always happy to see you showing up. I'm already of the generation where I'm having trouble finding people who are interested in DOS games from before 1990. I find that not many of my coworkers at work get very excited when I tell them about Donkey.Bass. Somehow not something that really grabs their attention. Like this guy will be telling me about Assassin's Creed, and I'll say, "Oh, but have you played Donkey.Bass, the game from Bill Gates?" And he will say, "No." Did I pass through that, or? Oh, I need a red key. Okay. I did not pass through that because I need a red key. All right, that's fine. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's funny how we just change so much when we... Okay, I actually saw that guy on the radar before he got to me. That was good. It's funny how our perceptions of things change as we get older. Like, this just seems so cheesy to me now. It seems so silly to me now. But yeah, as a kid, this did freak me out a bit. Like, I was not... I was kind of uneasy playing this, but I played it anyway just because it looks good. Like, I like the graphics. I really like the look of these EGA graphics. It's just, it's kind of like... It's kind of like, you know, when you're making out, like, you know, when you were 14 and you were making out with a young girl in the back of the gas station and you realized that she had a banana instead of a taco, and it's like, you know what? It's okay. I'm not going to stop now. I'm already too far gone. Let's just keep going. I'm sorry. I know I'm a terrible person. That has not actually happened to me. I'm just assuming that's a normal part of childhood that most people have experienced in their lives, and that I was somehow deprived in that I did not have this experience, because certainly all normal people have done this, right? Prolonged fasting. You know, I've heard that. Like, I've heard a lot of people say that, like, extreme calorie restriction is the key to health. Like, that if you want a long life, you need to go on like this really austere sort of diet where you're really like almost starving yourself and eating like well below your natural calorie range. I don't know if that. I don't know how true that is. Hard to quantify. Where am I going? I don't know. I don't know where I'm going now. I think I'm lost. I am getting. I'm getting all turned around. I'm bad with directions in the first place, and in setting like this, and of course the game does not have any kind of auto map or anything like that. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna. Okay, the door's blocked. We can't go back through these doors afterward. That's unfortunate. Okay, let's just let this zombie kill me. I'm just gonna let this zombie kill me so we can. Let's watch ourselves die. You should use your cure potions wisely. All right. There we go. That is the Catacomb Abyss, which is basically the successor to Catacomb 3D, which is basically the same game except with not as interesting environments. Let's quit. Fare thee well. That's something I still say to this day. I'll often say fare thee well, which is a reference to what you see at the bottom when you quit this game. It's kind of disturbing to think about how many things in my everyday speech come from old DOS games that I played when I was a kid, which nobody's going to recognize today. Like nobody today is going to recognize that I say fare thee well because of the Catacomb Abyss, but I do. Okay, that was that. Pretty cool game. Let's see, what's next? Let me see, what was the next game that got requested? I'm just gonna take a break to go through the comments here, and if I miss anything, let me know. Like, tell me again if I. Okay, bow and arrow. Let's do bow and arrow for Windows. I don't know if I have it, but if I don't, it should be easily findable. Yeah, I mean, the dead face looks very peaceful because he's dead. You know, it's like dead people don't look very panicked, but the mostly dead face is a little bit disturbing. Okay, so what are we doing here? We're looking for bow and arrow for Windows. Should be pretty easy to find because I think it is a shareware game, so I don't think we should have too much difficulty locating it. I seem to have found it already. Let's take a look. Can I download? Can I do the download? Looks like I can do the download. Please download. I would be very happy if you downloaded the file, please. Browser. It seems to not want to download. Let me try this again. I know this is really riveting stuff waiting for my download to finish here. This is definitely okay. Looks like the first Google hit for that game is not working. It does not seem to be allowing me to download the game that I have intended to download. So let's try a different site. So the next site is Classic Reload, which doesn't seem to have a download for it. It talks about the game, but doesn't seem to actually have an option to download it. That's always nice. Okay, I think third time might be a charm here. I might get lucky with this. Oh no, I don't, because it's on a website that needs an account to download. Wow, is this really where things are going? Are we really at the point where it's like it's this difficult to download games from 30 years ago? Okay, I think now I finally found it. I think I finally got it here. Just took some hunting. It's kind of sad to think of how hard it is now to to find these old games. I mean, it's really not. It really shouldn't be this difficult to find old stuff. But that's kind of. I mean, the thing is, I'm still not sold on the whole internet thing, to be honest, because web hosting does cost a lot of money. And the question becomes, what's going to happen to all this old history when the people who are paying for web hosting are not paying for it anymore? A lot of history will be lost. I mean, a lot of history relies on people who are just willing to host it. But, you know, when people are no longer willing to host it, it's... Anyway, okay, I think I got it now. So I put it into a directory called Barrow. There it is. Let's go ahead and I think oh, it's Win311, not Win31. Okay, there we go. All right, let's run bow and arrow. So if we go to oh dear. There we go. Do I run barrow.exe or b and arrow.exe? Let's try barrow first. Okay, this was good. It's unregistered, but that's fine. This is bow and arrow in search of the greatest archer. Version 1.1 shareware edition, in search of the greatest archer, copyright by John DeTroya. Where's the features? Okay, so the registered version features multimedia sound support and some other stuff which I didn't read, but that's okay. Because I'm not going to read it. I'm going to start the game. Double-click a mouse button to continue. Oh, that was some kind of intro that I didn't read. All right, here we go. So this is the game. And you can move your archer around by moving the mouse up and down, and you can hold the mouse button to pull back on the... Huh? What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think I need to reload. How do I... Hold on. How do I... Oh, dear. Quick help. Okay, so... Oh, load arrow is right mouse button. Okay, so I need to use the right mouse button to reload. Okay, that's fine. Press F3 to continue. Okay, there we go. Right mouse button, right mouse button. Wow. I had actually forgotten that right mouse button use existed in Windows. I mean, of course, there was the option to use the right mouse button in Windows 3.0, 3.1, but I very rarely used it. Like I seem to recall, wow, I keep shooting between those balloons. That's great. I very rarely use the right mouse button in Windows 3.0 and 3.1, so it just kind of feels almost like they didn't support it. But they did, of course. They just didn't make great use of it. Scroll wheel they didn't support. If you have a mouse with a scroll wheel, I don't think that is natively supported in Windows 3.0, 3.1, but let's see. I'm bad at this kind of thing. I'm very bad at predicting, like at judging when to release for this kind of thing. Okay, that was the first level. Nice shooting. The only way to become a great archer is to practice. For all practice makes perfect. Now it gets a little tougher. Only shoot the red balloons. Red. Okay, this does not look terribly easy to only shoot the red balloons, but let's give it a try. It actually looks quite, gosh. This... Wow. Massive props to whomever actually played this all the way to, what was it, through level 12 without cheating, because this is not something that, yeah, this is not something that I could play at level 12. You need to swing your bow when you shoot so you curve the arrow. I'm going to guess that that's a joke and that is not actually a game feature. It doesn't actually figure into the game controls. But what do I know? I could be wrong. I'm wrong about many things. Oh, that was close. Yeah, it's a fun game. Like this is exactly the kind of game that I play for 5 minutes and then say, "Wow, that was cool," and then never play again. I remember playing this when I was a kid, and I thought, "Wow, looks cool." Never played it again, ever, because it's really frustrating for me, honestly. Like I really get very annoyed by stuff like this that requires like very precise timing. And anyway, after a departure one day, you take a walk in a small glade. You spy a number of butterflies imprisoned by bubbles. Taking pity on the little creatures, you decide to free them. Okay, let's go ahead and free these butterflies. I wonder if I can kill the butterflies after they're freed. I mean, I don't want to, but I'm wondering, like, is that something that the game actually simulates? Wow, that didn't hit anything. How did that not? That seemed like that should have hit the bubble on the left. There we go. Yeah, I imagine that if you played this game for months and months, then you could kind of get to the point where you would be able to anticipate when exactly you need to shoot, but it is not. It's not something that really comes naturally to me. And I mean, I'm doing okay because I have lots of chances. Like you can see in the upper right, you see how many arrows I have. What, like 10 arrows still? So I still have plenty of chances. So you can kind of just rely on luck in these first few levels, but later on it gets quite difficult, I think. Okay, that was level 3. All right. Ooh, slimed. The greatest archer in all the land, the Black Archer. Ha! You snicker. The quest begins in your path. The swamp. All right. I guess this is where the real game begins. Now, this is where... Whoa. Okay, these guys... Gosh. This is an interesting commentary on... Wow. Oh, dear. Oh, you don't have to actually shoot these. You can just dodge them. Okay, why don't I just dodge these guys instead of shooting all of them? Because I don't think I can shoot all of them. It's funny, these guys are theoretically easier to hit because they just come right at you. You don't have to time your shots or anything. But they're just sheer numbers have that sort of zombie invasion factor of being very... Okay, as your quest proceeds, you will be tested for speed, cunning, and accuracy. Your test begins. You need a bullseye to continue. Okay. Okay, I need a bullseye to continue. Do I... Okay, so thing goes up and comes down. Okay, that was kind of close, but not really. I need to shoot a little earlier. Okay, that was too early, I think. That was way too early. What am I doing here? That was way too early. All right, this looks a little better. Oh. Is that not a bullseye? Does that not count as a bullseye because it's like 1 pixel? It's literally like 1 pixel above the yellow bullseye. Okay, that is just a little bit. That's really like pixel perfect. Does it really have to be that pixel perfect? I guess it does. Click and play games for Windows 3.x. I think that arrow hit in literally the same place. I think it literally got exactly the same spot on that target as last time. Okay, that was a little worse. Got a little higher than last time. I'm obviously not getting better with practice. I need to... Yeah, I'm not getting better as time goes by. Probably because I think a lot of beginner's luck is just intense focus. When you first play a game for the very first time, you're so intensely focused that you kind of get in the zone. And then after you've played for a while, you kind of get tired of it, and you're kind of like, you know what, forget this. I'm done with this. Yeah, I think I need to move on. Yeah. I hit it twice in what should be close enough to the medal in my opinion, but don't play Dark Souls. Why? Because it's too frustrating. I'm assuming that's the reason why, but yeah, I've never been very attracted to Dark Souls. I know some people really swear by Dark Souls and say it's such a great game, but I was just never very much drawn to it for some reason. Can't really say why. Don't know why. All right. Yeah, so somebody requested Duke Nukem 3D or Wolfenstein. So let's see if there are no other requests. Did anybody else request something, or shall I just go ahead and do a bit of Duke 3D and or Wolfenstein? Just looking to see if there are any other games that have been requested. I'm not seeing any. So I've actually already been streaming for quite a while. It's just funny how the time goes by. Isn't it just crazy how time flies when you're having fun? Like I've been streaming for a little over 2 hours, or well, just about 2 hours now, and hello, Michael Darkwolf. I'm actually thinking of ending the stream soon because I've already been streaming for 2 hours. But let's do some Wolfenstein and Duke 3D. So Duke Nukem 2. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm one of those weird people who prefers Duke Nukem 1 to Duke Nukem 2. But sure, let's just go ahead and do a couple levels of each. Let's quit out of this. Exit. I wonder if you can still register this game. If I click on register and send $15 to Mr. Detroit in Tingsboro, Massachusetts, I wonder if we'll still get a registered version of this game. I always kind of wonder. Like the guy who made Elfland, his name is Carl something. I think he's still selling it. Like you can actually go online and still buy Elfland today. Okay, so what are we doing here? Do I have Duke Nukem 2 on this? Because if I don't, then I will obviously need to get it. I do not seem to have it on this DOSBox instance, but that's okay. I'll hopefully be able to find it in my... Let me see. Oh, wow. Do I really not have it? Oh, wow. I really don't have Duke 2. Is that right? Do I really not have Duke 2 here? I mean, I guess I shouldn't be that surprised because I never really liked it as much. I just can't really say why. Oh, wait, no, I do have it here. I do have it here. Okay. I just never liked Duke Nukem 2 as much as Duke Nukem 1. And I really couldn't say why. It just somehow didn't grab me the same way. But let's go ahead and try it out. Duke Nukem 2. So here we go. Do I need... Hold on, let's see. Can I just run Nukem 2? Yes, I can. Oh, this is the registered version as well as the non-sharer version. I wonder where I got this from. In 1991, Apogee released Duke Nukem. Its explosive action made it one of the most popular games ever. Now prepare yourself for a new experience. Neo LA, the future. I'm going to let this intro play out because it's kind of amusing.
I am back.
Yeah. That was the voice of Duke Nukem before they got John St. John to do him. Ladies and gentlemen, one of our nation's heroes has disappeared. Blah. Okay. He wrote a book called Why I'm So Great, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, you know what? Yeah, Evil Regalian ship. Okay, come on. Okay, come on. Come on, can I start? Okay, start a new game. Hold on. Options. Let me choose... Oh, okay. Where's the difficulty? I guess maybe it comes later. Okay, episode 1, yes. Oh, here we go. Easy. Alright, here we go. So this is the famous sort of prison level that you start with, and you shoot this guy, and he dies. Well, he doesn't just die, he blows up in an incredible blaze of whatever. Oh, you can pick up little computer screens that sit on the ground like that. Or that. I think one thing that annoys me about this game is that I feel like the scrolling... It does this thing where the... somehow your distance to the edge of the screen just doesn't seem quite far enough. So it's like you can't really see things that are coming up on you until you're almost touching them already. Oh, rapid fire. And you gotta be careful for... Yeah, see, like these guys will grab you like that, so you have to shoot their hands off in that way. Alright, let's use a rapid fire while we have it. Let's just charge through this. Okay, I got the N. Yeah, you need to spell... In the first game, you have to spell Duke with 4 letters, D-U-K-E. Here you have to spell Nukem with, obviously, N-U-K-E-M. Does this guy grab me? Oh, I guess he doesn't. Okay. Oh, you can break those things to release more enemies, and then kill those enemies as well, because why not? And... look at that circuit board, because... it'll probably be used for something. And you need a different weapon to destroy these turrets, but you can shoot them with your basic weapon to temporarily disable them long enough to jump past them, like I just did there. Does he grab me? I guess he doesn't. That one did. Go and shoot that guy, and... what is this? Oh, rockets. There we go, rocket launcher. That will destroy those turrets. And also those cameras. That's going to blow up. Yes, it did. There we go, got the U. We are 40% of the way to spelling Nukem. Oh, there's no ladder here. Oh. For some reason I thought there was a ladder, but no, I'm back down to where we started. Oh, and yeah, that green goop will hurt you if you touch it, so don't touch it. Okay, anyway, that's Duke Nukem 2. It's a cool game. I mean, it looks great, it sounds great. It's just somehow something that never really, it just didn't quite grab me. I really can't say why, I'm sorry. I know that some people have very good memories of it, but that's just, oh well. What is Secret Bonus 2? I don't remember all the different secret bonuses, because I know there's... I remember in the first game there was like a bonus for destroying all the cameras, there was a bonus for taking no damage, and there's another bonus... I mean, there were like, I think 7 different bonuses you could get. What was Secret Bonus 2? I don't remember. Anyway, okay. Let's move on then. So yeah, let's do Duke Nukem 3D. It's a little newer than what it will normally feature on my channel, but I do like Duke Nukem 3D. I have no objection to Duke Nukem 3D, so let's do a little Duke Nukem 3D, and that can probably be our final stop for today's stream, because I've already been streaming for 2 hours, and that's generally where I'd like to probably stop the stream. Okay, so Secret Bonus 2 is completing the without taking any damage. Yeah, that just seems like it would be very difficult to do. And yeah, I never did that, but I would be the same way. I'd say like, okay, I did it once, and you know what? I don't need to do it anymore. It's kind of like, you know how they say how to tell when you're in love. Try it once, and then if you still think you're in love after that, then you are. I'm sorry, I'm a terrible person. I think I'm just becoming increasingly reckless and terrible as I get older. I used to not be so crass, but I'm just old enough that I don't care anymore. I don't care if people find me crass because I'm not too bothered about people's opinions of me anymore. Can I tip the strippers? That is a good question. Is that going to get me into trouble on YouTube? It might get the video age restricted on YouTube, but I doubt it would get me banned on YouTube. Let's see what happens. Let's play Duke 3D. Oh, this is the Atomic Edition, so it has the 4th episode. Let's see. Is it supposed to take this long? For some reason I feel like it... Okay, I guess. Weird. Yeah. 3D Realms, Reality is our game. Pity what happened to 3D Realms. Oh boy, that is a little choppy. I have DOSBox running at 20 cycles. Whoa, why is this so choppy? Hold on. What's going on here? Why is it this choppy? I can't tell if I need to turn the cycles up or down. Okay, looks like I'll need to turn them way up. Okay, let's try tweaking these cycles here. There we go, that's better. That looks alright. Wow, I've got the cycles at 90,000. Interesting. This might get worse when I actually start playing, but let's try it. Yeah. So The Birth is the 4th episode that you get with the Atomic Edition of the game, but I'll start at the beginning. LA Meltdown, and because I'm bad at games, I'll play on Piece of Cake.
Yeah, piece of cake.
Yeah.
Dang, those alien bastards are gonna pay for shooting up my ride.
Daikatana, you know what's funny? I actually just saw an article the other day. The article is literally called something like Daikatana is better than Quake 2. And I thought that was that's like a very controversial opinion, but the author said, you know what, Daikatana was badly judged back in the day because of its long release schedule and because it disappointed people, because it set false expectations, and so on and so on. But if you look at it retrospectively, none of those things really matter, because what's important at the end of the day is the game itself, not what people expected from the game, not what marketing expectations were set, but just the game itself. And the claim was that the end result, even if it didn't live up to people's expectations, the claim was that the end result of Daikatana was actually better than Quake 2. That is, again, a pretty... I don't know how many people would agree with that, but I can kind of see where they're coming from, because, you know, looking at it now with the distance of 20 years between, or more than 20 years between now and when the game was released, I can kind of understand where they might have been coming from with that, so who knows, maybe they're right. So yeah, this is Duke Nukem 3D, and the great thing about this game is you can jump like that. I do not know why it's that difficult to make game characters jump. I don't know why it's so difficult to have jumping in games, but for the longest time, you had games like Wolfenstein, you had games like Doom, you had games like Blakestone, you had games like... what came after Doom? I can't even remember. You had so many games that were in this vein, so many games that were called Doom clones at the time, because before there was the term first-person shooter, there was the Doom clone. And you couldn't jump in them. Why are these guys wearing Santa hats? Is this like a Christmas version of the game or something? Why are they wearing Santa Claus hats? I was not expecting that. Yeah, they're all wearing Santa Claus hats. I have never seen that. I have never seen Wow, I have never seen these. I didn't know they could wear Santa Claus hats. Wow. Okay. I have a hard time believing that it was engine limitations, because Doom did simulate altitude. You could fall off ledges in Doom, and the game the game actually had a sense of altitude. Like, you could fall down, and the game had an understanding of where you were, of like height. So it shouldn't have been that difficult to add a button that makes you jump just like that. Like, it's not rocket science. It's not rocket science to jump in a game, just to have a key that sends you, up a few feet and then lets you come back down. That definitely, I mean, maybe Wolfenstein I could see, but that definitely should have been possible in Doom. And why Doom didn't have a jump function, I have no idea. And all the Doom clones that came after that, why they didn't let you jump, I have no idea. This was, I think, the first major game that let you jump, and that was revolutionary. That alone, the fact that you can jump in this game is, for me personally at least, it is a very, very big deal, because I appreciate being able to jump. Might as well jump. Jump around! Jump around! Jump up, and get down! How many games, how many songs have jump in the title? I don't know, those are two that come to mind. There are probably others. Yeah, I don't understand the Santa hats. Let me see, when do we get the pig cops? When do the pig cops show up? When do the pig cops show up? Because I'm curious whether they are also wearing Santa hats. Oh yeah, and you can blow this up with the rocket launcher, but why bother? Because we're in here now, and yeah, no need to blow it up now. Get that ammo there. And yeah, one cool thing about this game is these security cameras. So you can walk into these security terminals and look through different cameras. And this is obviously where we've already been. This is where we shot up some stuff, and this is also where we've already been. And this is also where we've already been. Okay, this is the bathroom. We haven't been to the bathroom yet. And this is... where's this? I don't know. Kind of a cool feature. Not super useful most of the time, but definitely... at the time, it was kind of a cool innovation to have... that ability. Oh yeah, atomic health, nice. 50 health. Oh yeah, and things like these light switches that turn lights on and off like that, that was also something that you didn't have in previous games. So all of these are very simple things. Like, really, all of these are very, very simple things that today, in retrospect, seem almost laughably simple. But it was a big deal back then because, you didn't have these things in games. Games didn't have light switches that you could flip on and off to change the lighting. They didn't have a jump function. They didn't have the ability to look up and down like that. Like, here in this game, you can look up and down with page up and page down. It all seems so laughably simple now, but I remember as a kid, I was just flabbergasted. Why couldn't you do this in Doom? Doom was so advanced. Why didn't they add basic controls to do stuff like that in Doom? Oh yeah, this guy was sitting on the toilet. And of course, you can do the classic Doom thing.
Much better.
Sorry, classic Duke thing, not classic Doom thing. Is this the nuclear winter expansion? No, this is the plutonium pack, which has the 4th episode included.
Damn, I'm looking good.
Yes, you are. Alright, and we can kick through that, and... oh, let's get the portable med kit from here. I always found this very disturbing. These women who are trapped in these horrible sort of positions, and if you try to talk to them, they say... her voice is very faint, but of course she says, "Kill me." And I would usually do that. Like, I would usually put them out of their misery, because obviously they're suffering horribly, but that usually summons more enemies, so it's kind of like... I don't quite get that. I know that Duke is a problematic character. I know that Duke is this sort of ridiculously macho guy, and feminists and other sort of social justice people hate him. I don't hate Duke. I do find the poses that those women are in a little bit disturbing, and the idea that you're supposed to kill them. It does rub me the wrong way. I mean, I'm not extremely disturbed by it, but I do. It does bug me just a bit. Like, to be honest, it does bug me a little bit. Some of the stuff in this game is a little bit questionable. Even in the 1990s, like even in the 1990s, that disturbed me that you'd have these women and they'd say, "Kill me." Oh yeah, and this, okay, and this is kind of a classic here. See how in that area there's like that sort of cracked appearance? You need to do this, and it opens up a tunnel behind there. Yeah, it's all in. It's all in very bad taste, but I mean... Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, comic violence, I understand. The game is funny. Like, all this shooting and all this blowing things up, it's done in this very sort of comic style, and that's why it's not disturbing. The violence doesn't come off as disturbing because it's so ridiculous and over the top. It's not realistic violence. It's comic violence, and that just kind of... You can't take it seriously. And then just suddenly you see these women and they say, "Kill me!" And... Exactly. It's that clash in tone. It's just that sudden, just that sudden, really dark turn that just makes it very disturbing, I think. That was like the one thing that really bothered me about this game. Anyway, all right. So we're back here. Where do I go from here? Oh, I think yeah, I need to go up this elevator here. That's where we get this elevator. We're here in an arcade now. And of course, another classic Duke line.
Don't have time to play with myself.
Don't have time to play with myself. Oh yeah, can I do this as well? No, he doesn't say, "I've got balls of steel." I know he says that somewhere, but obviously not here. Is this another security screen, or is this just...
Where is it?
Okay, it doesn't do anything. So, we can blow these barrels up here. Whoa. A little more intense than I expected, but okay. And I think this just this just takes us back down here. That's okay. Let's go into this tunnel that we opened up here earlier. Okay, here we go. We've got a jetpack and some more shotgun shells. I don't know why I destroyed that window. I have nothing to gain from destroying the window, but that's just sort of the... You know, video games create violence in children, and you're just on such a killing spree that you want to break the glass even though it serves no purpose. It's just wanton vandalism. But that's what you do. That's what you do when you play these games. You just want to blow up everything. Okay, this is nothing, this is nothing, this is nothing. This is all the same stuff we saw before. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Let's see. We have a red key card so we can get through this. And I think, if I remember right... Is this where we see the pig cops for the first time? Yes, it is. And they're wearing Santa hats as well. What is going on here? I have never seen this in my life. I have never seen all the enemies wearing Santa Claus hats. And I don't... I could almost think that maybe it's because... Like, maybe the game does that if your system clock is set to December 25th, but it's not. I mean, today's date is May 28th, and that's my computer system time, so I don't understand why it's... I don't know why it's putting Santa hats on everyone. I have never seen the game do that in my life. I didn't know that was a thing in this game. Alright. There we go. Level 1, Hollywood Holocaust. And I'm always bad with times. I never really found it... I never really liked the idea of trying to rush through these levels and beat that part. I'm like, I don't see the point in beating the level in under a minute and 45 seconds. Why bother? It just... Being fast that way doesn't appeal to me. Okay, so I left 4 enemies, that's fine, and missed 3 secrets. Alright, that's fine. This is not 100%, not 100% Let's Play by any means.
Rockin'.
Okay, so you think it's an option in the... I mean, it says Atomic there, so I thought it was the Atomic Edition, but if there's like a nuclear winter expansion that I have here that I was not aware of, let me see. I'm not seeing any options for it here. I mean, I'm not disturbed by it. Like, I'm not... I don't find it disturbing that I'm shooting these guys with Santa hats. I just find it very odd. And I'm trying to figure out why the game is doing that, because I've never seen that. So bizarre. But okay, cool. Santa hats. Oh yeah, and they are wearing red, like Santa-style uniforms as well. Wow. Weird. Where's this guy? There's one behind the counter here. Yeah, there he is. Alright, so... Oh yeah, and these kinds of puzzles. There we go. Whoa. Guy in the dark just kind of snuck up on... Well, he didn't really sneak up on me. He was probably there the whole time, but I didn't see him because he was in the dark. So we get more ammo. We get the chain gun cannon, which is a pretty decent weapon, except it chews through ammo very quickly. There's the blue key card. And we can kill these guys there. And oh yeah, get that thing. This game does the Doom thing where vertical aiming is automatic. You don't have to... Like, you can aim up and down like that if you want to, but you don't have to. Vertical aiming is automatic, just not the horizontal aiming. Yeah, I've played this a million times as well. I can't even... Duke Nukem must die. I can't even think of how many times I've played this game, and I've never seen Santa uniforms on the enemies. That's just so... It's just odd. Like I said, it's not bad. It's just odd. Oh wow, my health is 11. There we go. Press M to use the mobile medikit. I'm probably not playing very cautiously. Like, what I probably should have done was duck behind here so that Pig Cop didn't shoot me, or wouldn't shoot me, but oh well. Alright, here we go. Let's go ahead and use the blue keycard here, and if I recall, that building gives a spectacular display of... Oh, I need to... There we go. Okay, watch this. Yeah, in the mid-90s, when this game came out, that was more impressive than it seems today. Trust me. And our main reason for doing that was to get the yellow key card, and I will take this portable medkit. Thank you very much. Does this, I don't have pipe bombs. Does this thing... Yes, it does. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, another woman. Yeah, that slime... Okay, here we go. Now I got a pipe bomb. That slime hurts you if you touch it, so don't touch it. Or try not to touch it, unless you have to like that. Oh, some goodies. We got the night vision goggles. We got a Holoduke, which is basically just like a decoy thing. Steroids make you fast, I think, and also increase your kick strength, if I remember right. Is that right?
Where is it?
Is this a dead end, or can I... Is this just a dead end? Okay. All right. Wait, how do I get out of here now? There's got to be a way to get out of this place, right?
Where is it?
Am I stuck here? I mean, there's got to be a way to get out. Oh, I have the jetpack. I have a jetpack, so I can use the jetpack to How do I... Wait, how do I fly? How do I go up? Here we go. Okay, there we go. Use the jump key to go up with the jetpack. There we go. I wonder if you use it. If you use up your jetpack, are you stuck there? I mean, they had a jetpack there, but if you are not cautious and use up all your jetpack fuel, are you just permanently stuck there? Like, do you have to load the game, or I don't know. Let's get that health. Thank you very much. Let's see. Can I play pool? Yes, I can. Okay, that did not go very well, but you can shoot the you can shoot the pool balls. Yeah, kind of. I mean, the physics are not the best, but it's actually kind of cool. It's kind of a little nice touch. See, this is what I love about Duke 3D. And this is what I love about games that do this in general. Just these little touches. Just like there's absolutely no reason to shoot these pool balls. But just the fact that you can do stuff like that and that you have slightly more realistic environments than just Doom's constant, basically hellish tunnels. Like, I never really got into Doom, honestly. Like, Doom's not a terrible game, but it just didn't really appeal to me that much. I know some people got really crazy about Doom and said, wow, Doom's the best game ever. It never really appealed to me. It's also monotonous. All the environments look the same, and there's really nothing except just shooting. Whereas in a game like this, you know, you got the jetpack, you got the security cameras, you got the pool balls you can fiddle around with, you got the light switches you can turn on and off. That means a lot to me. That kind of thing really means a lot to me. You got the toilets you can use. Oh. I was trying to use the toilet, but instead that happened. Alright, that's fine, I'll take it. Oh! That was the exit from here. Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Much better.
Yeah, Brutal Doom is much better than, but Brutal Doom is not Doom. Brutal Doom is it's a fan, like it's a fan-made WAD based on like some third-party Doom engine, which is why it's a lot better. It plays a lot more smoothly, and you can jump in it. You can jump in Brutal Doom, which makes a lot of difference. It makes a huge difference. It changes like the whole mood of the game. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, that's right. These guys come in. You have to deal with more pig cops who show up. Here is the red key card.
Come get some.
Oh yeah. This game has a few references to the O.J. Simpson trial. Well, not to the trial, but just to the whole O.J. Simpson thing, which was a thing back then. That is O.J.'s white Bronco, the famous low-speed white Bronco chase. And also, I didn't mention it, but in the like on the very first level, as soon as you fall down, like where you get the first rocket launcher, there's, I believe, a word innocent with a question mark after it, and that's also a reference to the O.J. Simpson trial. I had forgotten about that, yeah.
Come on.
And there are a few references to that. And I think later, in like a later episode, it says guilty, which is also a reference to, wow. I do not remember that happening. I remember this woman, I don't remember her opening her shorts like that. Gosh. I hope that YouTube doesn't come down on me for that one. Like this was, I mean, stuff like this is okay because she's wearing a bikini, but that was pretty much full frontal. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm not bothered by full frontal nudity, but I think that YouTube might be. Was not expecting that. I've never seen this game. This must be some kind of, is this a mod? I was just going to say, mech number 4, I think that this is some kind of a mod. I did not even realize this was a modded version of the game. That's probably why these guys have Santa hats, and that's why that woman was opening her shorts, because that never happened in the original Doom. Like that, like actual nudity doesn't exist in these games. Even the strippers have nipple tassels. They do not show their nipples. So stuff like that is, gosh. Yeah, like see, she's, oh, and she's actually, oh wow, and it's actually, her breasts are actually completely bared. I personally don't mind. Okay, well, that was the end of that. I died and I didn't save, so I think that, I guess that'll be it for Duke 3D. I was so astonished by the uncensored nudity that I lost all self-preservation instincts. Usual thing that happens to a guy when he starts thinking with his, yeah. No, the Atomic Edition is not a fan thing. The Atomic Edition of Duke is an official, like it was an actual real official expansion pack, and it features the 4th level. Like I said, the big thing is that it features the 4th level. Atomic Edition is not a fan mod. It's an actual official commercial release. What I have here is apparently, yeah, something that's been modded by fans to have like actual like uncensored nudity in it, which is weird because I have played this before. Like I didn't just download this from somewhere. I had this before and I've played this before, and somehow I can't imagine that I never noticed it. It is beyond conceivable that it's inconceivable that I just somehow never noticed that the nudity is uncensored. I would have noticed that. I would not have just like played through the whole game and not noticed that. So I have no idea what happened here. Somehow I don't know. I do not know what happened here. Well, if anybody here was offended by seeing bared breasts, I apologize for ruining your day. I know that this has been a very traumatic experience. If you want, you can send your therapist bills to me. I'll pay for them. Yeah, that was Duke 3D. Great game. I mean, what can I say? I was never a fan of Doom. Like I said, Doom is okay, but I was never really that into it. But Duke 3D is just, it's a great game in every way. And I don't identify with this whole, like, a lot of guys like Duke because he's so muscular, he's so tough, and he's so just such a badass. I don't even care about that. Like, I'm not a fan of these sort of tough-talking, badass kind of characters. That's not my thing. These guys are not my. It's not something that I ever really had a great deal of admiration for. I mean, I don't hate that. I don't hate it. It's not something that I really aspired to be as a kid, or even today. But just the fact, again, that, the fact that you can jump, the fact that you can, play with the pool balls and stuff like that. That's the kind of thing that I really like about games like this, and that's why I really like this game. This was, I think, the first widespread PC first-person shooter that really had a lot of little extras like that, and it really adds a lot to the experience. For me personally, I don't know how you folks feel about it, but for me personally, stuff like that really adds a lot to the experience. There's such little touches, but those very little touches go a very long way, honestly. Okay. That was it. I mean, I could start again, but no, let's quit. There you go. Duke Nukem 3D, great game. I guess that'll probably be the end of the stream. I feel like I feel like still playing something else, just because I'm so full of energy. I'm so excited. I am excited. Does anybody have a quick request for one last game that doesn't take too long to play? We can maybe fit in like one, make it 3 hours. If we can get like one game in that we could reasonably do in like 10-20 minutes. Otherwise, we can just call it a stream. But if anybody has any last requests, if anybody has like one last quick game that they want to throw in before we call it a day, call it a stream, then. Yeah, Blood is good. I don't know. Blood is good, and then there's Shadow Warrior. I always preferred Shadow Warrior. I don't know why. Blood, I guess because Blood's tone is very dark. Blood has a very dark tone, and I just don't really like that kind of thing. I don't like very dark, depressing sort of horror things. Like, I don't play a lot of horror games in general or watch horror movies. It's just not really my thing. Just not something that really appeals to me. I vastly prefer Shadow Warrior, which, like Duke and like Blood, is based on the same engine. It's based on the build engine. But Shadow Warrior is funny. Like, it's... Duke Nukem has a lot of these ridiculous one-liners, but they're not really funny. They're almost like a parody of one-liners from 80s action movies. But Lo Wang from Shadow Warrior has some lines that are really funny. Like, you know, they're kind of stupid, but they're still actually funny. Like when he's... I know some people don't like him because he's sort of like a stereotype. He's a very bad stereotype of Asian people. But, like, you know, when he's in the boat and he says, "Row, row, row your boat gently down at the stream. Oh, I think my dinghy hanging out." I find that kind of thing amusing, but then I'm probably easily entertained. Okay, let's do Wolf 3D. Good idea. Let's do Wolf 3D. Prince of Persia, I'm really bad at Prince of Persia. I'm very, very bad at Prince of Persia. I would die in like 5 seconds. But Wolf 3D we can do. What? Oh, Wolf 14, because it's version 1.4. Okay, here we go. Let's do a couple of levels of Wolf 3D. And this is the full version, so let's not do episode 1. That's the Sherwood episode. Let's do something different. Let's do... I don't know. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Do I want to do... Let's do episode 5. What the heck? And, of course, I'll play on the easiest setting because I'm bad at games. All right. So, pick up the ammo. Go through the door. Oh, hold on. I need to turn down the cycles a bit because the cycles are a little too high for this game. That's better. All right. All right. Is this a secret? No, it is not. Oh, papa. I think I've said it before, but every time I play this game, I am struck by how very, very un-German these characters sound. Like the guy is supposed to be saying Schutzstaffel. It does not sound like Schutzstaffel at all. It sounds like, oh, papa. And when he supposedly says mein Leben, that does not sound like mein Leben at all. Not remotely. I'm not claiming that my German is great, but it does not... I will assert that he does not remotely sound like he's saying mein Leben. Yeah, you have the man you used to be. So, for those who don't know, in Shadow Warrior, when you cut up people with your sword, sometimes Lo Wang says, "Oh, you have the man you used to be," or he says, "Oh, split the personality." I guess in retrospect, he's kind of like an Asian Mario. It's me, Lo Wang. And these guys are supposed to be saying Achtung. That does not sound like Achtung. That is not in a million years Achtung that they are saying. No way. Not remotely. It always sounds to me like they're saying unsound, which I might just think because that's the name of a song that I really like by the Headstones. Anyway. All right. Luftwaffe. Does it sound like he's saying Luft... Yeah, I guess... Really? Is it halt da? I always thought he was supposed to be saying Achtung. Is he saying halt da? Okay, well, if he's saying halt da, it also does not sound like that either. I talk about this every time I play this game because it just strikes me so much. As somebody who actually speaks German a little bit, like not natively, but to some degree, it blows me away how bad the German is in this game. I mean, wouldn't they say halten Sie? Like, da means there, so it's like stop there. But, yeah, I was just going to say, halten Sie is what I would say. Like, in that situation, I would say, nein, stopp, halten Sie. Yeah, same thing, Ludus. I've always read that they're saying Achtung. I've never heard that they're supposed to be saying halt da or anything else like that. I mean, I'm not saying it's not true. I've never heard that. That would be like a total new one on me. There we go, got the gold key. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but in one of the newer Wolfenstein games, I don't know if it's The Old Blood or is it Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, one of those games like that, there's a German Nazi game which is basically a clone of this. So it's, what is it called? I forget the name of it, but it's basically like this game, except that instead of playing an Allied soldier shooting the Nazis, you play a Nazi soldier who's shooting the Allies. And because the German in this game was so bad, they parodied it in that game by having all the English exclamations be so bad. Like in this game, when you kill the officers, you know how they say "Nein, sowas," which nobody says that. It means something like "Oh my goodness," but nobody actually says that in German. It's like such a cliche. Nobody would say that with their last dying breaths. Nobody would die saying "Nein, sowas." So in the German version, in the newer Wolfenstein games, when you kill the Allied officers, they say, "Well, I never," which is exactly. I find that so hilarious because that's exactly the right tone. It sounds exactly as ridiculous. Like when somebody died, when you shoot somebody dead and they say, "Well, I never," it's so camp. It is so absolutely campy. They did it perfectly. They did that very well. Yeah, halt du would be with somebody that you duzen with, but obviously, they're not going to say that to a total stranger. They're not going to say that to some guy they catch walking around in their base. I hate this room. Because even after you kill them, you can't collect their ammo. You can't walk between these barrels or behind the barrels, so it's just a total waste of ammo. You use most of your ammo killing these guys, and you can't even collect the ammo they leave when they die. There's still another one here. Where is he? Da bist du. At least there's ammo you can pick up in here. And health, which is nice. Is this... Oh, this really looks like a... really looks like a push... I'm not just checking for push walls, but that really looks like it should have been a push wall, but it is not. Okay. Alright, that was level 2. And once again, I really don't care about par times. What's the point of trying to finish this level in 1 minute and 30 seconds? I don't care about the par times in these, honestly. Do enemies do more damage if they hit you from behind? I never knew that. I never You know what? I don't really understand how the damage model works in this game. I know that it's mostly based on distance. Like the closer you are, the more damage your shots do, and also for the enemies, the closer you're to an enemy, the more damage their shots do. So I know that's mostly based on distance. And I know there's some randomness and there are some other factors, but I did not know that they will hurt you more if they shoot you in the back. I did not realize that. Yeah, I'm sure I missed several secrets. I mean, I'm not really trying to get all the secrets. I don't remember where all the secrets are. I'm sure that I'm missing lots of stuff here, but I'm just playing this very casually, just doing this on a very extremely lazy basis. Lazy game reviews, except it's not a review, it's just a not even a playthrough, but just a play. Lazy game play. Playage. I am exhibiting playage of the game. Yeah, the enemies are not that intelligent in this game, honestly. Like, the way that they just come straight at you is really very easy to exploit, because then you can just stand in a door. I mean, this is kind of the classic example of a game where you can just kind of stand behind a doorway, and enemies will just file through it one by one like lambs to the slaughter, because they don't have the AI to try to defend themselves. They'll just come straight at you. That's why Half-Life was such a big deal. I mean, remember when Half-Life came out? It was a big thing because enemies in Half-Life will actually take cover. They'll run away if they get injured. They will try to coordinate their attacks. They'll try to... I mean, the Marines will try to flank you with grenades. Like, they'll try to flush you out with grenades if you get into a hiding spot. Which is all fairly simple stuff. Like, honestly, that's very simple tactics but for any, for any actual soldier or Marine. But, for video games at the time, it was revolutionary because games didn't really have enemies that did that kind of thing. Games didn't have enemies that tried to take cover or have any sort of preservation instinct. They would always just come straight for you. Interesting. I mean, the source code for Wolfenstein has been available for several years. So, I mean, if you go through the source code, you could probably see exactly what AI the enemies have. I mean, if you say that they have AI like that, I believe it. Like, I know they do zigzag sometimes. Like, as they're coming towards you in a large room, they will zigzag to some extent, but it's not very effective because they move so slowly that their zigzagging doesn't really cause your shots to miss them most of the time. That? Oh, no, this is the entrance. Oh, this is the entrance. This is where we started the level. Come in a big circle, sort of, or not really a circle exactly, but like a... I followed some path that led me back to the start of where I was. I hope that no one is disturbed by the violence on display here, because I did make one video about Brutal Wolfenstein a few years ago, and somebody complained and said, "Is this really necessary? Like, isn't there enough violence in our media already?" Which, I mean, yes, there is. There's plenty of violence in our media, but it's kind of part of being a gamer. Like, I don't really think you can play a lot of computer games and not... I mean, there are non-violent games, but it just does not seem to me that concerns about violence in games are very contemporary. So I hope that nobody is upset at the amount of violence that I'm exposing you folks to now by playing games like this. Yeah, everybody feels sorry for the doggies. I mean, I don't like having to kill dogs, but what can you do? That's how the game is made. Yeah, I'm lost. I'm just going in circles now. I have no idea where to go. I mean, the maps for all these levels are online. I could go onto the internet and just look up the map, but oh, here we go. You just have to come back here. Okay, there's the exit. All right, that was level 3. Oh, 100% killer ratio. Nice. Didn't get any secrets, but I got 100% kills. It's not bad. All right. That was 3 levels of Wolfenstein 3D. I think that will do it for today. That's about 3 hours of streaming. I think I'll leave it at that. So, Definstinus, to what you're saying about Wolf being on Steam, for many years, the German law said that representations of Nazi stuff like swastikas and Hitler and so on are okay in an artistic work. So you could make a historical movie about Nazis, and of course you can't really make a movie about Nazis without having swastikas in it. And it is legal to make movies, like make historically set movies about Nazis, and there it's allowed. But the trick was that computer games were not recognized as an artistic medium. For many years, movies and stuff like that, that could be recognized as an artistic medium, but video games were not. And I think it's only recently that that video games have been recategorized as artistic media, which means they have the same exemption. So in a game like this, because it is a game set in World War II, now it is legal to have Nazi stuff in this game because it's a historical representation in an artistic medium, as long as it obviously doesn't glorify Nazism. I mean, you're killing Nazis, so you're not really glorifying Nazism here. So it is a historically accurate historically accurate. I don't know how historically accurate Wolfenstein is, but it is at least a historically set story about Nazis, and therefore it is now legal in Germany. So yeah, I don't think stuff like this is banned in Germany anymore. If anything, it might be banned for violence. There are still laws against representations of violence in video games, as far as I know, but not necessarily for Nazi stuff. Again, as long as it's not pro-Nazi. Anyway, I guess that'll be it. I think that was a pretty good stream. So yeah, thanks for coming along, everyone. I've had a lot of fun here. I'll go ahead and quit out of this. And that'll be the end of it. So yeah, I mean, the way that they portray things is a little bit silly. Like, I don't think Hitler had his portrait in like every corner of every building in Germany as it's portrayed in Wolfenstein games, but you know, it's not meant to be a historically accurate simulation of what life was like in the Third Reich. I don't think this is really meant to be that historically accurate. It's just a silly game. Let's not take it too seriously. Yeah, thank you everyone for coming out. I've had a lot of fun. Hope you did as well. Thank you for your game suggestions and requests. Always fun to discover new games. We discovered a little bit of newness today, and seen some stuff that I haven't seen before. Hope that it was interesting for you folks as well. I wish you folks a good week. Tomorrow is a holiday for me because it's what is it, Pfingsten? I don't know, I forget. It's some kind of holiday here, so I'm not working tomorrow. So for those of you who are also not working tomorrow, I wish you a good holiday. Hope that you have a good day. And for those of you who have to work, I also wish you a good day. Wish you a good day at work. Hope that you're all well. And yeah, I'll talk to you folks later in future videos about other games and stuff and things. So until then, ta-ta for now, everyone. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.